Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the CCG Esports channel. Today, we're back again with some more CS action as the team fights for their lives in the losers bracket. Today, this is Inflict. Joining me on the casting booth is going to be Mr. Jeff himself, and I've gone on the production. But Jeff, you were here a little while back. You saw how the team played, but unfortunately, due to some unfortunate circumstances, last in the last game, Corn, a key rifler, wasn't present, and we have our vetoes on our hand as well. Vertigo, Overpass, Ancient. So, what do you think about the game coming ahead?
Yeah, I'm super excited to watch the game. Like I said, I've only watched this team play once before, but they were really fun to watch. They're really skilled players. I can really tell. So super excited to see what they do for the first map here on Vertigo. Really to see what kind of skills they can put up on this map, and yeah, just super excited. That's all.
Fair enough, and the map one should be underway soon. Again, today CCG going up against Lost Hills. This is the second round of the losers bracket. Every match counts, every map counts, because if anybody loses this series, they're out of the playoffs. So it matters more than ever. Last game CCG played, Corin unfortunately was not available, hence they had to play with a substitute. They ended up losing that series 2-1. Both of the maps that they lost went to OTs. But they have a sort of a curveball being thrown here because we are heading on to Vertigo as the first game, and CCG are. I don't believe they've played a single map of Vertigo in this season so far.
Yeah, so like you said, really excited to see how they do on this map. I know Vertigo is a very, I don't know how to say this. I guess a very intense map. It's just very, it's very trade heavy, and yeah, just starting off here, we already get Jay Casper doubling up there, taking down one of the T's lurking up mid, but now we have the execute coming out here on the A side as Wojar will fall down to Floor Idiot. All four members are here, or actually five of CCG already here on the site. So it's a 5v3 in the pistol round. Already a great lead as long as they can keep it. Floor Idiot with another pick there. Now it is just a 5v2. The nade will come out, getting a team kill on
Oh,
Corin, unfortunately, but
what
slows down
versa?
here. The push is coming up here. Brashy, Sinister, great shots by them. They'll actually bring it down to a 1v2 here. Huge round from them as they somehow snag away this pistol, which should have been a done deal. Coming up side hall, Sinister will actually take him down. That's a 2 for 2. Fortunately, the team kill just
Oh,
taking the round away there.
yeah, it killed Gordon off, unfortunately, and that just was not a good start.
Going into the second round here, we do have a buy up from the T side here. They'll have back tens and stuff going into this. They'll try to play together. Great nade from the CCG side. Definitely well timed from the T's. Didn't get caught too bad from it.
Nah. CCG forcing up into this one. We see a couple of 5.7s, a couple of armors being bought up, so they're certainly going to try to take some weapons away from this D side as well and try to get them handed over to Trip or Corin, which is why we see
Yeah.
such aggressive utility early on.
Bit damage there up on mid, but trade will happen. So now it's still just a 4v4 as the T's sort of have mid control, I think. Well, I guess none of them are there anymore. They all backed up.
Third, going to try to pick that weapon up, give his team a little bit more of a breathing room, and he's just going to walk into Sinister, picks him off. Man advantage taken. Vulcan looking for gaps. Instead finds Jake Asper and his death. Sinister up next. Again, clearing more areas out. Equalizing the numbers. The man advantage once again in their favor. Gasper barely holding on to his life right now. 10 HP to work with. That will get reduced to 0 as well. Leaving only one player behind.
Sinister just running around the map with a Mac 10. being a menace.
Yeah.
JJ Chinchilla just going to save the MP9 and T-spawn here, it looks like. Not a terrible second round for CCG. I guess taking an MP9 in the next round isn't too bad, but thinking that they forced this and unfortunately lost, not going to have great buys for the next 2 rounds. They're going to have to be on a double save, I believe. Well, actually, they'll have some loss bonus. This should be good. Probably next round. They'll buy.
Yeah, that's why they want to save that MP9 so much. But it was a good effort nonetheless. They tried to play aggressive, got 1 or 2 kills. They got a couple of kills going their way as well. Just couldn't pick up the weapon. And perhaps if they had gotten control of them a bit early on and not lost lives in the process, there could have been a realistic shot. But it was worth a try. The CD economy not so great in in CS2 right now. So it makes matters just a little bit worse. But Vulcan once again trying to find some timing. He likes to be sneaky this time around. Almost got away with it, but has been spotted out. Sustained a lot of damage and has returned quite a lot as well. But instead, it's going to be Bunkin who gets to Floridiate. Eventually, will find Vulcan on the other hand, but the rest of his team continues to fall. Goran once again finds a trade, but there's just too much for him perhaps to deal with. The timing doesn't go his way. Bunkin barely surviving that one. But with only 1 player remaining, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Floridian with only single digit of an HP remaining on him.
And he'll fall pretty quickly to here to Wojar. Again, overall not a bad round. It's just they got 2 picks, but with the money they had, they really didn't have a chance. But hopefully now they should have a full buy. Yep, even an op is like, or is that, nope, that's on the T side, my bad. So the T side will have an op, but we'll have full buy with that with confers and everything like that here on CT, which should make the first like fair round besides the pistol, I suppose. So yeah, again, it just all goes down to being able to, you know, stop these T pushes, especially on B stairs, mid as well. You see they're doubling up mid, just playing rotate here on B. As they back off here just from throwing a couple utils, a couple nades up there. Yeah, the T's are just playing kind of slow, playing back, trading util. Kind of just how the Vertigo game is. JJ Chinchilla, you guys gotta be careful of that peak there on the lower right. They'll make a note of them at least, so there's some damage with the nade. Really gotta reposition here, I think. As the T's stack up here towards the B side, 4 players with the bomb. Here comes the 5th. Just a little late. I think we are setting up here for a B execute as the smokes go out, as well as the mollies and flashes. The rotate's going to be quick, and it has to be, or else this is going to get dangerous. Trip here on the side. Going to get 1, but he's going to get traded. JJ Chinchilla actually gets 2 there, but again, he's traded out as well as Prashi. Great shot on that CT there on the left-hand side.
Good Molotov.
Now it is only a 2v3, but through the smoke here, Floridia not able to get anything. Fortunately, the timing is just not enough. Casper will get 1, but 21 HP. I don't know if he'll be able to get the last 2 here. Yeah, Bunked will just walk up there on Gen, take him out, and that'll be a 4-0. Very unfortunate for CCG. We really needed to hold that B better, I feel like, but with all that util just raining down on you, it's kind of hard.
Certainly is, but once again, the economy of CCG broken down. Not going to have a lot to work with in this one. Down 4-0, it's not a good start to where to go. Certainly not one that CCG would have hoped for. But now they're going to test their luck yet again with playing aggressively with pistols. I think first engagement doesn't go their way, traded out, but tripped through the wall. Nice headshot. But it's too far off that kill to be able to retrieve a weapon from that. Corin jumping around trying to look for information over towards Rams while the rest of his team is stationed up over towards middle and B. Voyager prepared to take that fight, just not enough. And Chinchilla comes out on top, perhaps a very mandatory win for CCG right there. Could really turn events in this one. And hence we see the rotation coming in. They know Chinchilla's weak, and oftentimes they're just solo anchoring over towards B, so it might be worth a shot.
It's definitely interesting that we're playing 2A here. But it may work out in their favor as the T side looks to walk up here. Op will get spotted, but just through the pixel peak, Corrin will fall. Now the execute starts to happen as they molly the... Oh my god, Floridia with a great one dig, but he'll get traded out by Vulcan there on side hall as well. The plant goes down, Vulcan holding with his... Oh my god, triple get him with the deagle there. But Sinister, again, with the trade. Now it's just a 1v1. JJ Chinchilla, only 19 HP, 18. Stand corrected, but he'll jump up on a headshot. Try to find this last player. We'll give away his position here as he taps bomb. No defuse kit, just to note. But Sinister, again, another great two-piece on the round. He'll bring his team the 5th. That's, again, not looking great. Now, I know this is a T-sided map generally. But again, this is just not looking great. Next full buy here should be fair. So hopefully we can make this one our first.
CCG. Double op setup coming out. One on Trip, one on Jake Asper. That's a lot of investment into just rifles alone. But the question is, is it enough for them to be able to convert their first round behind it or not? On the other hand, though, it's the one surprising thing is that Lost Hills, sure, they've won 5 rounds in a row, but they've not been properly allowed to build up an economy. CCG have constantly just been testing them, even in the rounds where they've only had pistols. They've gotten a few kills, and in the case of the prior round, they even got 4 frags. So a decent chunk of damage, almost always being done to their economy. Sure, there are a couple of players who have a decent bit of money in their bank on Lost Hills, but it's not the same case throughout. So if CCG can make a comeback here, that could come back and hurt Lost Hills sooner or later.
Yeah, as long as we just get like 3 rounds here on CT, I think we should have a good T side really stacked up for us. So playing really aggressive here on the CT side, but Floridia gonna get burned as he has to back up here, but good damage on Vulcan. Maybe the nade will get him as well. Jake Casper, great util usage. He'll take down Vulcan there on the bottom of A ramp. But, Wojar, great shot by him as he takes out JJ Chinchilla. The B anchor Trip with the trade with the op, though. He's there on Gen. Corrin will peek mid to get the booster, but Sinister, good for the trade as well. Still, now just a 2v2 as the bomb is planted on the B side.
No defuse kits.
Now Brashy. Yeah, no defuse kits, but Floridia, great with the late. He will take down the single. But now they'll spawn out the last guy white box, I believe. Jay Casper here for the great shot on Brashy as finally CCG get the first round here on Vertigo.
Yeah, that one became a little close as well. Came down to 2 versus 2. CCG were able to isolate those fights out. Floridia, amazing positioning. Picks out the first one, rotating off. Finds out where the second one is stationed up. Allows Jake Asper to sneak up on him, get the timing right. And Brashy, there was realistically nothing he could have done in that particular situation. But now, exactly what I was talking about for Lost Hills, their economy not so great. Hence, we do see a buy coming in, a full buy coming in perhaps in this round. But if they lose this, they'll likely not have a lot to work with except on the 2 players who have more than $1,000 on them already. So CCG, they need to win a couple more promising rounds and they'll be pretty much back into the game.
Oh, almost a rough peek there by Jay Casper as he peeks on the left side of the crane with the op, double scoped in. Oh, but Vulcan, great shot onto the side hall player. Floridia will fall. Now they still make their way up towards the B ramp, it looks like. Vulcan will step out here on side hall. Corrin maybe hearing that. A little damage traded. But the stack up here on B main will get a kill as well. Trip doing a lot of damage. Only 1 HP on that player. Wow.
Yeah,
The execute
and
comes down
maybe
here on B. The bomb will as well.
he's just sitting at the very corner of it, but gonna try to safely get closer to the red boxes against Sinister holding down the flank. And while it's not going to be mandatory, all three CCG players are instead just backing off. They want to hold on to those rifles. Goran is the only one with a defuse kit. It's going to be pretty much of a gamble to head in. They do have a lot of utility, but not as much time as they probably would have wished for. Hence, the sixth round being conceded as they are able to hold on to two ops and an AK alongside quite a lot of grenades to work with in the next round. Moser gonna survive with just 1 HP, so lucky for him there as well. But the economy factor not gonna come into the play for Lost Hills at least just yet as they continue to succeed.
Yeah, again, that one player B is kind of stinging us here. Again, Trip did get that trade, but unfortunately, the T's just overwhelm the site, and it just becomes, retake at that point. It's very hard to retake B. It's definitely easier than A, I feel like, but yeah, it's just kind of like you kind of have to just walk forward as a CT to try to retake. It's like you really don't have much to fight around except for Gen, and once you get past that, it's really hard to retake. So I feel like we should definitely be doubling up on B at least. So that sense, they've only
They
been
are.
walking up here on A most of the time.
They have sent out a player to B for a potential backup, but the problem's gonna arise for Jay Casper instead. Not prepared to take that fight up close. Vulcan finds the first, looking for the second. Shots do connect through the wall for either side, just not lethal enough. Chinchilla walking right across one player, and even for more to come. Only he deals with the first one. Traded out. 4 versus 3 as the side control. Now almost taken over. Actually, never mind. The T side's backed off. Bunkind may have found a gap. Never mind. Goran. Stronghold remains, but Vulcan instead, he's the one who actually has found a gap. Goran's gonna have a lot to worry about. If the timing doesn't go his way, the A side is completely open, except Floridian, who's stationed up all the way over towards ramps. Couldn't find anything, and hence Goran will get caught off guard as well. That aggressive positioning, nobody could have anticipated that, especially when Floridian saw two people rotating in. Having Vulcan that aggressive, it's honestly just unthinkable, but Lost Hills played that rotation to perfection, and hence Strip forced to just go for a save. There's realistically no shot he wins this, especially not with an op. Seventh round confirmed in Lost Hills. Just with 8 rounds into the game, they've confirmed the fact that they will have a lead by the end of the first half. The question is, how much of a lead can they get a hold of? Money's starting to look good for Lost Hills now as well.
Yeah, another great round. Yeah, and it's just very unfortunate timing there for CCG being picked off there on the rotates. But great positioning again by Lost Hills. They're able to really step it up and be in positions that CCG were not capable of thinking that they could be in. But as a great push up here up on mid, T's
Oh,
are being very aggressive here this time. But great kills with the nades. JJ Chinchilla will pick one up as well on B main, it looked like. Now, they're all stacking up here towards the mid. Sinister will take down JJ. But again, more util. Corrin will take down one as well. Great damage there on Sinister. But as they push up here on B with the bomb, looks like it might be planted. But Corrin, aware of the situation, runs up, tries to stop it. They know it should be a 2v1 here. If they can overwhelm this bomb player, they'd be really good. But it looks like they're just not wanting to take the fight. They're just kind of sitting back. Because now the rotate comes in. Now the T side is going to have a backup here as Vulcan pushes up the right side here with the op. He hears the players. Oh, he'll get traded out by Vulcan there. Corin pulls out the pistol. He's mollied there on the right side. Feels like he has to push out. Unfortunately, that's another round towards Lost Hills, making the score 8-1. Again, not a strong CT side.
At all. Not at all. That I mean, CCG, they did not have a lot of utility, actually any utility whatsoever, to help them close out the gap, because they had an AWP and an MP9 to potentially go for that fight, so they couldn't have gotten aggressive towards Vulcan. For all they know, Vulcan could have an AK in hand. They didn't exactly have that, in that they didn't exactly have the knowledge. So it would have been a gamble for them to just go out and try to take that space forcefully, because MP9 not that great at ranges, and they weren't aware about Vulcan's positioning, so an AWP would not have been an ideal weapon either. Would have been a gamble, but perhaps a 2v fight still could have worked out in their favor. CCG trying to play it a little bit safer in that particular fight ends up resulting in another round loss for them, with their money about on the brink of bankruptcy. CCG tried to desperately secure a round. There were perhaps their second one, but their hopes are faltering already as two players have gone down. A side taken over. The bomb yet to go down, courtesy of those Molotovs that CCG have thrown out. But they can only hold them off for so long before the bomb does go down by the hands of Sinister. Actually, just faking it for the time being, seeing if somebody pushes out, but eventually just gonna hop onto it.
Yeah, bomb will go down there on the A side, but now it's just a retake. It's still 3v5, but I don't know if CCG is going to go for it. They're just kind of sitting back, and yeah, it looks like call is going to be made to try to save this. Again, just very unfortunate positioning. It seems like we keep just rushing down there on the connector side, and they're expecting it. They're clearing it with util. This time we just got opt. Yeah, Vertigo A site is something I have struggles with as well. I try to just play more towards the top of the ramp, especially towards the crane area. That's where I feel the most comfortable, at least. But yeah, A site is very, very difficult to play with. Really only the other safest place you could play is like sandbags, but then you can get mollied, and it's very tough to keep that ramp control for sure.
A timeout being called in, perhaps a little too late for CCG, but better late than never. Only 2 rounds remaining in the first half. CCG trying to salvage something. Perhaps a chance at redemption in the second half. But they're gonna have to get that chance and secure their odds in this one in the next couple of rounds. Economy is still gonna allow just enough money for them to have a full buy in this one. All 5 M4s, a decent chunk of actually every piece of utility that they possibly could have wanted. All 5 diffuse kits as well. So CCG, this is as good as it gets, except ops. Other than that, they have to win this. You cannot run into the second half with the other team being double digits.
Yeah, we lose this round. Game might as well be over. But that's all right. It's a best of 3, so we still have a chance to come back. Vertigo isn't the only map being played today, so we still have our chances.
Yeah,
But
we do
like I
have.
said, if we want our chance in this game, which we still have, we need to make it a 3-9 half.
Yeah,
As we roll
there
into
is.
this second to last round, though, it is being played quite slow, defaulty. A side does have the bomb side. Walking up ramp already, it seems. As we're just split up here on CT, we really need to try to get some info. Very hard to do as we're dinked just trying to do exactly that here on side hall. Now the util goes out, but that'll push back the T's with that molly. But delaying the inevitable is only the start as the bomb seems to go down here on A site. No util to cancel it, but good util damage to hurt a little bit, and great shots through the smoke as Sinister and J Casper will get some kills. But the late lurk here mid is also accounted for as they'll double flash out here side hall, run out, try to take that space. CCG with a good plan here, but all three players are stacked up towards the ramp side. If they can push out of the side hall, J Casper with one, he will fall, but Trip will trade him out. Last guy is Sandbags, but now it's just a 1v1 with the smoke in front. Will he get the defuse off? Did he already stick it? Yes, he did. And that'll make it the 1v1. That is one finally, 2-9. CCG will get another leg up. And hopefully they can get this last one as well.
Hopefully they gone. But Goran, sorry, Jade Chinchilla took a gamble on that defuse, worked out in his favor, but you can't be too happy with that. It did come down to a 1 versus 1 after all, and you didn't exactly cleanly win it off Lost Hills. Although it is a round win, so they'll take that nonetheless. CCG looking for more this time around. An aggressive push over towards B is going to lead the charge, led by Voyager. Jinjilla fallen already. The backup has arrived, hence the numbers neutralized as Jake Casper returns the favor, but Grip being burned, forced into an awkward angle, and Sinister is ready to take him off of that. Brashi further solidifies their lead courtesy of that HE grenade. Bunkind gets another, leaving only Goran on an island against 4. Flashed off, still gets 1, but now being rushed over by everybody. Brashi finishes him off, and it's a 10-2 lead for Lost Hills to head into the second round, into the second half.
Yeah, that was very tough. Very tough half for CCG. 10-2. It's gonna really hurt here, but I mean, who knows? They could have the same kind of impact here on T side as well. We can only hope and see as the CTs do call a timeout here. Let's talk a little bit about the pistol outcomes that could come here. I mean, we could just do a rush. And that way we can overwhelm the site as best as we can. But if we delay at all, then rotates are quick. But I think that's probably our best chance at winning this round. Only 15 seconds left into the buys. Looks like we are doing some flash grenades as well as some armor. So as long as we can do something fast with those flashes, makes me think that we are going to.
Now
All 5 rush towards B.
Well, CCG now not as aggressive as one would have hoped for, as we were hoping for, but still gathered up, lining up their utility, and there you go. Vulcan being the first line of defense gets the first frag traded out immediately with Brashi there to help him out. Again, the trades follow through, and now the man advantage once again has been taken over. Gordon down to 9 HP, will fall through the smoke as well. Trip, and just in the blink of an eye, the rest of his whole team has fallen. Now looking to pick up the pieces and perhaps his dream of winning this round as well alongside them. But realistically, it's just not happening. The bomb's dropped, and he has 3 players to deal with. Couldn't even find one. 11th round on board. Lost Hills only needing 2 more to secure their map win, and have a very strong start to the losers bracket playoffs match.
Not the T pistol round that we were hoping for, that's for sure. And now the second round without a plant. We're gonna have to force up here. It looks like all Tech 9s, 1 Mac 10. We do have that util, which can definitely be a factor in helping us, but as we smoke off the CT or the T ramp here, a little late. They're pushing through with the flashes. Brashi will get 2. JJ Chinchilla will pick up 1, but Brashi with a 3rd as well. We'll get the trades, but now it's still only a 2v3 as the rotates come here pretty quick. Bunkin, who's been a massive driving force for Lost Hills, will pick up 1 on the trade here, but J Casper, another great kill from him, but he'll get pushed down immediately because he was low. And that'll be the 12th round picked up from Lost Hills. Looking like Vertigo will be taken by them.
Just 1 more round needed. before they can put map 1 to bed. It will perhaps be the fastest map of the season for CCG. Unfortunately, not a win for them though. Actually, the second fastest. CCG did end up winning a game 13 to 1 on Nuke early on in the season, in the regular season, but it's been a while since that, and after that, this is the fastest, as fast as it gets. Unfortunately, with a loss though for CCG, but it's not completely done yet. They still have a chance, although real slim. It exists. And to make it even greater, oh no, Chinchilla just walks into his own flames. Three
1v.
versus four. Floridian just holding down Corin, looking to get aggressive. Won't he get enough spacing? Instead, it's Floridian that falls. Corin does trade it out, but now he's all by himself, having to deal with three. Cannot even find a single one as he gets double peaked. And a 13-2 score line to finish off map number 1. Not a strong start for CCG, but again, this is a map that we have rarely seen them play. So they're just looking at overpass right now for a chance at redemption and for a chance of revenge.
Yeah, that's for sure. Again, just another very unfortunate map. I see that happen a lot with Vertigo. I feel like it's never really a close game unless both teams really have it down pat. Um, but yeah, usually it's one team who has a grasp and one team who doesn't have as much of a grasp, if that makes sense. And it's usually just a landslide here on Vertigo. So yeah, unfortunate first map, but hopefully here in Overpass, we'll see a newer, a better version of themselves. CCG, maybe they can come back here on Overpass.
No, we're certainly going to be waiting to see if that is the case or not. But before we do, we will be heading to a short break, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again to the CCG Esports channel. We have the losers bracket playoffs matchup going on for the CS2 ESEA season. Of course, the first map did not end up so well. It was Vertigo with CCG losing 13 to 2 against Lost Hills, but now they have their chance at redemption at Overpass, which is their own map pick. Now, looking at previous stats here, Jeff, a little bit, Lost Hills have only played this map twice ever since, I believe, November last year, and both of them they lost with significant margins. I believe one was a 13-4 and the other with a 13-7. CCG haven't had a lot of experience on it, but they did used to play it quite a lot in prior seasons and have played it twice so far, with one loss being on in OT, where they didn't have Corn playing for them either. They had a substitute in, and the other being a 13-7 victory. So CCG, for the time being, statistically speaking, at the very least, are looking on the upside right now.
Yeah, that sounds like a fair match to me, but only time will tell. As we go into the first round, the pistol round here, with Jay Casper and all the rest of the team run up here mid, and they'll take on fights here up connector. As they run up bathroom here, they'll get a trade out here on Sinister. Great shot by him as the guy runs in divider. Um, the late rotates here on connector. We'll do a number, but the plant should go down here soon on the B side as long as we're able to keep this space. We take the bank space. We take the dumpster space. Now we're playing close. We're trying to take a fight here in bank as one will get initiated, but Brashy with the first there. Trip will trade out Wojar. Brashy with another great shot on Dice as they will get it down to a 1v3 now, unfortunately. Now the bomb is planted backside, not for the last guy who is in bathrooms. But tap on the bomb, pull him out, and now they know his location, and it will be stuck through. Fortunately, that's a round loss for CCG in the first round to Lost Hills.
Yeah, not a good start. Certainly not one they were hoping for. They perhaps wanted to have set up a pin set up, sending Floridian down that far away. But losing so many players not early on in that retake, they probably just weren't anticipating that. There were quite a few shots which Brashi missed in that initial engagement for the retake, but still got away with it with just which shouldn't really happen. You not when you miss 5 shots, you cannot let somebody still manage to run away with 2 more frags. But CCG, they got the bomb down. They found a couple of frags as well, so they are gonna be forcing into this one, perhaps looking to have an good start and shut out the CT economy early on. But so far, it's just damage being traded on both sides. But 2 players tagged down to just single digit HP, trip on 1 HP, and I believe there's another on 3, but instead it's gonna be Chinchilla who falls first. The trade does come through, so CCG not that far off until Bunkind had actually picked out Trip.
Picked him up there on B. Great shots by him, but Floridia, dang, that dink was good. Taking down Brashy there on the dumpster as now the bomb will go down again here on backside A.
What?
But Vulcan will get a shotgun kill from a mile away on very low Mr. Floridiot. Very unfortunate for him. But now, again, as it is planted backside, as both of our T's play back here towards Bank, we'll pick up 2. One on the lower, one on the top. But last player alive here, Sinister.
Oh,
Only 1 HP will fall to Corin. And now we are 1-1. Great round to win that second round. That bomb
oh,
plant certainly helped.
it certainly did. Allowed them to get those rifles, and Corin almost got burned by Floridia's Molotov there towards the end, but still managed to live, keep that rifle on board, and hence not as bad an economical damage as it could have been. Not the same case for Lost Hills, though. They're down to just pistols and an MP9. One player with full armor, the rest may have just shields, no helmets to work with, so not that terribly off, but it's certainly going to be difficult for them to be able to convert around behind all the arsenal that they're working with, and it's certainly not easy when you've lost 2 players early on to Floridiate. Rashi, he's hurt Trip. At a longer range, it might even have an advantage and does capitalizes on it, wins the fight, but that's the only one that has gone the way of Lost Hills. The rest of his team has fallen. Brashy looking for another connect, finds an MP9. There are rays of hope shining on Lost Hills in this round as well, but it's a 2 versus 3, and those rays aren't too bright.
Yeah, now it's 2v3. Those are some great picks there with some pistols. Bringing it down to this 2v3, but we come onto the A site here uncontested. Again, it's going to be a backside plant as we play around the bank area. We're going to take lower here as well. Now we're just worried about mid, which is where we're thinking they are. They will be correct. But Lost Hills, maybe wanting to save? I don't know. Who knows? It seems like they are. I don't
Yeah,
know why you would
didn't.
save a Deagle and an MP9, but
Well, they do have actually a Macton on the Deagle player, but they're gonna have absolutely no money in the next round. So having 2 weapons instead of none is certainly better. So it's understandable, and they have armor as well. So there's some extra monetary value to be held on to,
yeah,
and you
more
never
investment.
know. Yeah. You never know how far along a ridiculous weapon can come along if they can line up a couple of players as well. So it's CS. Realistically, anything can happen. That's how that's how CS and esports generally works. We have seen absolutely ridiculous things, but it certainly would be out of place for Lost Host to win this round, considering that again they only have those 2 SMGs which have constantly been thrown around, but now back to their original partners. The rest just working with pistols. One smoke grenade is all they have to work with, but CCG not the same case for them. One SMG, a Galil, the rest all AKs, all the pieces of utility that they possibly could have hoped for to grow their lead further out to a 2.
Yeah, and
A slow
growing
approach.
their lead. Hopefully they will do. First engagement here in connector. JJ and Chinchilla will take the first. Vulcan will fall. Again, just playing safe here. Now that they have gun advantage, they're just playing safe. Playing back, playing a default. And same thing with the CTs. They're just playing rat corners here in bathroom and divider.
Uh, 2 players stacked up here though, really up close. They could catch Florida off guard. He has no immediate help, but eventually that's gonna change as 4 players from now outward is long. The hits coming in over towards A. They
Looks like
have
these B
cleared up
players
B.
are aware.
Yeah. Moved over. Been set up. And Bunkline finds the first. Chinchilla aggressive. Lines up one, maybe even a second, but will get denied. The flank coming in, but Corn turns and burns. Timing's
Out by
absolutely right.
Corrin. That was just a 3v1 though. Bunkin with that Mac 10 he brought in from last round. He was able to get 2 picks with it, but who knows if he'll do anything else. Only 24 HP. Should be one shot with this AK. But I think he's probably just going to try to save this as well.
Know how terrible, how terrible the state of the CT economy is when when you see a Mac 10 being saved twice in a row.
Yeah. City economy is terrible. Especially with this MR13 change. It's very, very interesting. I really wish they would have done something to change the economy a little bit. You know, made M4s cheaper, made the diffuse kit cheaper, do something to help the CTs a little bit now that pretty much every round is way more important. Um, so, yeah, CT has been rough.
Yeah. And it's affected maps which were CT sided as well to quite an extent, such as Nuke, Overpass being one as well. We see the T's leading early on, and they've taken complete advantage of that CT economy being in a poor state right now. Not the same case anymore though. All 5 rifles now in. No Mac 10s. Instead of FAMAS for a compromise, but it still won't matter. And a good start for them early on, as Strip has fallen. 4v4 for the time being. Brashi is stationed up quite aggressively over towards long. He won't get traded out immediately if he falls over here. The flash gonna keep him at bay and attentive over towards the area as the rotation comes through for CCG.
It could be informative. Seeing the flash, but no players walk up, as now he walks up long as well. Vulcan with the op. Gets a couple shots to the feet, forced to back up here as well with the nade. Is now CCG executing here on the B side. One in water here. Great shot by Corrin. That was a fantastic flip, as he'll get the bomb down, but again, Vulcan still in pit here. As the fight goes out here in connector, Brashi will get one as well. Is now the retake is on. Vulcan running up here on Monster. Gets a... Oh, barely gets him through the wall, but Jake Casper able to shut him down. Wojar will run up here backside, but he will fall as well. That's 2v1. Last player coming up here through water as they hear his footsteps. Ready for it, but Brashy, great shot. Great crosshair placement. Last player in pit now. Brashy's ready for a fight. He's running through. Not able to fight through the fire just yet, but he will get the last pick. Not enough time, I don't think, because he's forced to save. I don't think he had a kit.
That's not
But
an
3
unfortunate
picks.
thing. Yeah, just has to run with the tail in between his legs. Jay Casper, unfortunately, his own Molotov sort of messed things up for him a little bit because it denied his line of sight that he had on Jay Casper. He would have caught Jay Casper otherwise off guard. Jay Casper was not looking at that particular angle, but the flames were just enough to block out his vision so that Jay Casper could have repositioned and hence waste just enough time for Brashi to be conceding that round, and hence CCG go up 4-1. The scoreline starting to look rather familiar to what we saw on map 1 as well. Just the sides have switched this time around. It's CCG on the better end of things.
Yeah, for sure. Again, just kind of playing safe here on T side. It'd be really hard to take Playground and Fountain, especially with the creative CT util that people have come up with, but Wojar will grab one there on Party, but the trade is quick as well. Do they know that another has walked up here on Fountain? Oh, we'll get spotted out here. Some damage, left and right action from Vulcan. But Corrin will shut him down eventually. Now it's just a 4v3. Don't have to wait, or don't have to worry so much as the CTs have gotten aggressive.
Yeah, a man advantage though. CCG is just gonna play this a little bit more slow, ensure that they prioritize a site where they anticipate that they would have to deal with less players. Of course, they can only have two players at one side since there are only three players remaining. So the read's good from CCG. They head on over towards B. Bunkind, sole defender, at least for the time being. The rotation's coming in eventually. Trip
Trip with a
finds
great
him.
shot.
Yeah, the lurker pick gets picked off from Jaden Chichela as well, leaving only Brashi alive yet again. This time around, not a 1v1 for him though.
Yeah, he'll get a pick, but he'll safely run back up towards heaven. Looks like he's just maybe trying to get another pick and then try to save that rifle, but yeah, he'll back up here. Another great round from CCG. Like you said, trying to pick the site with the least amount of players, the least amount of resistance. They chose right this time after getting a couple of picks up towards the fountain area. Yeah, another great solid round. Just playing safe. Just waiting for those aggressive plays from the CTs who had some SMGs.
And now CCG though, they're starting to look strong here quite a bit in terms of economy as well. Have saved up quite a bit of money and are balanced throughout, which was something that we saw lacking from that was lacking from Lost Hills lead on Vertigo. But their lead was quite a bit larger than what CCG have right now. But it could be a very familiar case, although Lost Hills they certainly want to avoid that. Hence a timeout being called in as they go yet again for another full buy coming into this round.
Yeah, another full buy, so should give them the best chance at winning this round. There's another pause seems to go up from CCG actually. Possibly a tech pause. Who knows? Yeah, as we said, should be a fair round this round, other than in the one FAMAS on Wojar, it seems. But that's all right.
Yeah,
I like the FAMAS a lot. What do you think about the FAMAS?
it's a decent weapon. I personally, on a map like Vertigo, I think an MP9 would not be such a bad sword choice when you're down and when you don't have as much money to work with. I might prefer having a little bit more utility with an MP9 than having invested into a FAMAS. But looking at Lost Hills, they do have a good chunk of utility, not as much as they possibly could have hoped for. You know, not every player has four grenades, but it's still a decent amount. So it's understandable why they wanted to go for a FAMAS, and of course, at ranges, an MP9 cannot do half the things that a FAMAS can. But a FAMAS is not an AK either. One shot headshot for the Ds, and they have been hitting quite a few of their shots, especially Corin. We saw quite a few nice flicks coming in from him.
Actually, I just realized pretty much half the CT side has no armor. Is that what I'm saying there?
No,
Read?
it's just CSTV being absolutely terrible. It doesn't show if
Oh,
a player has armor until they buy a helmet as well.
oh, I see. Interesting. Yeah, it's usually better not to buy a helmet on CT side, just because again, everyone on T's have AKs. So the trip, Wojar, we'll get some picks there on the B side, but we're just kind of defaulting here, so we got a pick there towards playground as well. I'll bring the round just a 4v3, but Rashi getting aggressive there. Great spray control. Able to take down JJ Chinchilla. Now it's just a 3v3, but J Casper dropping down. Vulcan unable to get that pick, even though J Casper was totally vulnerable there. Vulcan here alone as the 1v3 runs up, throws out util. Great flash, but Trip will fall. Brashi here to back him up. We'll get the trade and the quick follow-up there as well. That's a three-piece for Brashi, and that'll get them his team their second round.
Great timeout conversion coming in from the side of Lost Hills. They pick up their second and rather early on as well. They still have a shot at this CCG's economy. They're gonna allow them to have a full buy, but again, Brashi going lights out. He although sure, Lost Hills don't have a lot of round wins. Brashi has been consistent throughout, currently sitting at 11 frags and 2 deaths. How do he lose 5 rounds and only have 2 deaths? That's actually a little bit ridiculous. But he has. I do recall him saving 2 Mac 10s. Sorry, a Mac 10 in 2 rounds in a row. It was the same Mac 10, so so technically not 2 Mac 10s. But CCG, they just haven't been able to finish him off that nicely. Currently, Brashi with a 5.5 KD. So he could turn out to be a problem if he is allowed to continue to go on such a rampage.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, Especially with the SMGs he's been getting kills with, um, like you stated. But again, another buy round. Still a FAMAS in Green's hand there. Sinister not looking so good this game either. 1-7. He looked great last game though. As take some aggression here towards up connector. Bunkin B will get the pick there, but as we run up here mid as well, we'll get this space pretty much all for free, and we only have one mid player here, so this might be good. We run up, pretty
Oh,
much take all this space for free. Molly almost gets the pick there in connector, but not quite. Oh, walk out. Oh, Brashy aware of it. And we get
good.
Floridian there, but is he aware of Corin? Yes, he is. Again, just great awareness there. Able to take out both the players there on bank. And look, he's aware of the long play as well, but Jay Casper will get the trade there. Now completely blind as Vulcan sits back on truck. As now this execute good sound.
2 versus 4. From what looked like a good round for CCG, considering how much space that got and to brush, she just setting all of them out. And Vulcan
All right.
for to clean up the round, the third round on board for Lost Hills. Brashi, that's just absolutely fantastic on his end too for that map awareness. And CCG have now conceded 2 in a row. Their economy completely broken down.
Now we go into this next map, but oh my god, huge lineup there. Almost taken out, but great trades there as Rashi gets 2 as they run out monster. Low econ round surely was going to be fast. Now they'll pick up their 4th round of the match, or of the half at least. Bringing it almost to a tie here. We're almost tied up now. Very
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah, really dangerous. Only 1 round deficit remaining. And sometimes what a team really needs is just to have that one significant player who can just grab them and carry them through just a couple of rounds while the whole team regains their confidence behind it and can rally behind those couple of rounds and get their confidence back. And that's exactly what Brashi has done. Even in the rounds that he didn't win, even in the rounds he brought it down to a 1 versus 1 and just was forced to run away. It was that okay, the rounds are close, we just need to fix a few more things and we will start to win, and that's exactly what has happened. Although not a great start from the side of Lost Hills, their recovery has been phenomenal, winning 3 rounds in a row, and they look for more.
Yeah, again. Just playing slow here. Play back. But a little aggressive with the util out in the hand. Ojar will get traded out though. That makes it a 4v4. As again, we trade some shots here in connector, but Sinister gets taken out their monster, not aware that we're pushed up here. Great flash from his backing up teammate as Fortiet takes down the guy in water as well. And now they seem to know that they probably have an opening here on B. Rashi is here though. Very dangerous. The Molly comes out, but he'll get taken down by Trip standing in that Molly. Couldn't have less cares in the world that that is there, but Vulcan up close, not aware that he is up in water. Because now he jumps up here with the op. Oh my gosh. They about stuff each other both in the face. JJ Chinchilla will clean it up though. And now CCG will get their 6th round of the half. Good round to win, and one they desperately needed. Is this, their econ isn't looking as great anymore.
but CCG, they're certainly gonna be happy about how this half has turned out for them already. 6 rounds on the D side of Overpass. Uh, it's absolutely it's great. Overpass being a CT sided map, and them playing the CT side next. They're off to a good start. Still have a couple of more rounds to potentially further grow and gain a lead heading into the next one. The pistol round is going to be absolutely crucial, particularly for Lost Hills though, because they're going to have a great start to shut out that early CT presence on Overpass from CCG.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great T side. That is for certain. As again, the walkout here on connector. JJ Chinchilla will he know to peek this corner to his right. He very lazily clears it. Wojar will get the first pick there, but my goodness, here in Fountain, Corin will find one with his Mac 10 with the help of Floridiet. Great nade will get a lot of damage.
Oh,
Sinister kills his teammate. What? What? And Wojar
and
leads the game because of that? Jake Asper will get the op kill there as the execute comes out here on B. Rashi able to get one with it. Jake Asper trades him out as well. Oh my gosh, Vulcan aggressive with that op, pushes up. But he will fall as well. Getting the 7th round there for T. Again, just a lot of mistakes happening.
oh, that's gotta be unfortunate. But a technical timeout being automatically called in for the CT side since the player is disconnected. Voyager, hopefully rejoins and doesn't remain frustrated for too long. Because again, this is a losers bracket playoffs matchup. If you lose a map, you get one step closer to getting eliminated from the playoffs. CCJ currently at that very particular point as well. And there you go, Ojer, he's back. Not too mad anymore. Sinister must have apologized. Right on time, but CCJ, their 7th round secured. Could go even up to an 8, but even a 7-5 scoreline when you're heading onto the CT side, it's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. But now, pretty weak buy. Only MP9s on the side of Lost Hills. As they get aggressive here, as they have many rounds here on Fountain. But Util just being traded out. As usual, pushing up. Corin aware of the push up. Triple get one there. In connector as well, but I go get the trade. Bunkin still
For a
just
second,
anchoring here on B.
for a second, it seemed like Bunkin might might end up getting a team kill as well onto Brashi.
Yeah.
CCG now rotating over. 3 players heading towards B, one holding down connector. Brashi forced back, 13 HP. But they're sort of setting up a pinch here. Voyager, though, not going to be allowed to do so as he gets picked off first. Brashi retaliates with one, but doesn't have a lot of moving capabilities since doesn't have a lot of HP and hence will fall short of just a jump. Floridian picks him off. 1 versus 3 now. And this is pretty much a confirmed round for CCG at this point, considering Buncoin has absolutely no utility and no defuse kit either to work with. So CCG heading into the second half with likely an 8-4 scoreline. It's as good as it possibly gets. Almost.
Gets a nice shot on top of Dice there, but we'll get traded out. And like you said, pretty much guaranteed 8-4 here now. Again, great T side half from CCG. I think that was very strong. As long as they just play a good CT here and they don't get overwhelmed, then there should be a map in the bag. Because as you said, it is CT sided. As long as they don't get overwhelmed, like it seems Lost Hills has been on CT. I noticed they weren't throwing a lot of the default util. I feel like you should be throwing on overpass, such as the molly and the smoke combo you usually do up here on stairs and stuff like that. I noticed they didn't do that. They could have just kind of pushed.
Ooh.
Vulcan, we get some nice damage, but Trip, great shot from him. Gets that nice USP one tap. The rest of CCG just runs up here. on the long side. Trip gets another great shot. Was it a dink? Only did 7 damage. Interesting.
Through a wall, I think.
Oh, he's good for 2. I think he got another dink as well. Oh my goodness. All the damage flying everywhere, but back turned for it. It will fall. Sinister getting 2 kills there as the flank comes up from mid. Corin is the last player alive with dualies in hand. Those things can definitely do a number. Large mag capacity, but unfortunately, Bunkin will get that last headshot that they needed. Bringing it to an 8-5. Like I said, we didn't want to get overwhelmed, and it seems that's exactly what happened that round.
Nah, not gonna be too happy about it. But again, having that 8-4 lead early on, being secured in the first half, it's gonna give a sort of a cushion to CCG. Hence, not gonna be as worried about it, about not having a good start. But they are forcing into this one though yet again. 2 MP9s, a scout, a 5-7, a decent bit of utility as well. We see a couple of smokes and HE, a Molotov as well to keep the players at bay, but it can only do so for so long.
As we all stack up here outside of B with our guns in hands, but we'll get smoked off here, delayed. Now just forced to sit. CCG on the CT side, especially with this, kind of crappy buy. I feel like we should try to get a little aggressive, trying to get some info here on A, but we won't be doing that. So walk up here will come out through Monster. Molly is good for a little bit of damage, but unfortunately, City Chinchilla and Floridiate will fall. And that will pretty much be the round, I think. Now it's a 5v3. The last players of CCG probably look to save probably just in playground together.
Yeah, not gonna have any money in the reserves to work with in the next round, so instead just gonna hold on to the weapons that they can. Fortunately for them, they only lost 2 pistols, which was a 5-7 and a deagle. They got to hold on to the weapons, which the primary weapons which they had purchased. But the round is still gonna go the way of Lost Hills. They close out the gap just a little bit, but it's always gonna be one step at a time as they look to close out this game 2-0 CCG. Though they want to push this to a map 3, and if we do go there, it will be Ancient, another map CCG have before this league have been extremely familiar with. They have played it quite a few times actually in this season as well. Just not as prominent as the likes of Anubis. Or certainly wouldn't shy away from it.
Yeah, but on to the third round of the half, we still kind of have a light buy since we forced into that second round. Only 2 USPs, some util. Again, Lost Hills just kind of stacked up outside B, trying to play slow. Just going to do a late hit, most likely. Do have a lurk here in connector to try to cause some trouble. But only one player here on CCG towards the B side, which is going to be unfortunate. MP9 in hand. He's going to peek, trying to get some info. He'll get the info. That 4 are here, and they're already up on site pretty much. Now the rotate will come out. Probably not going to look to save this one. Maybe they'll go for it. It is a 5v4. Could try their best, trying to get a pick with the scout or something. The peek up comes over, but they'll just sitting back. Oh, through the smoke. Great shot from Corin.
Yeah, you're gonna be happy about that one, but not the same case for Chinchilla as he falls. Floridated follows him to the grave. Casper eventually will get the trade, and Corin gonna follow up as well. So 2 versus 1 though, but a scout's not gonna be a weapon, good weapon of choice for that matter, and not that aggressively either. Roger picks him off with ease, and hence the 7th round on board. Once again, the deficit brought down to just 1. It has happened already when Lost Hills won 3 rounds in a row in the first half and almost tied things up at 4-5, almost, I said. But again, a similar storyline here, 3 rounds in a row for them, but CCG not looking to change that. and get some momentum back in their on their side as they go for a full buy round here.
Finally a good buy round here. This is the util that I was talking about that I didn't really see much of from Lost Hills. I didn't see that Molly and I didn't see that smoke very much, but CCG seems to know them. So I'm impressed.
Yeah.
But yeah, playing a little bit different here, Lost Hills. Now they're stacking up 4 up here towards Playground. Here on our buy round, we're a little less aggressive towards Playground. That's a nice smoke. I've never seen that one before. I've seen a lineup from CT somewhere. I've never seen that one. That's nice. Smoke's right side of Monster. Just trying to jump spotting too. As the T's kind of just gain space and connector in mid, long.
Good shots
Nice shot.
to kick things off. Chinchilla has already fallen. So that man disadvantage for CCG in this round already. But still, 3 players remaining strong over towards A. They're not rotating in. The read is good. But the question is, will they stay true to it? Will they hold on? Or will the matter of timing not go their way? Well, the players trying to show themselves over towards A, so hence they're going to retain their positioning. 2 players already fallen for the T side, make it 3 as Korin picks off another. Brashy's still alive, but not for long as him and Bunkin go down at the same time, and CCG keep the lead in their hands. Now up by 2 yet again.
Wow. Absolutely fantastic util usage from CCG. The molly was effective. The nades were effective. Great damage. They all peaked together. One from dumpster, one from truck, and one from back bank as well. They all pretty much fought at the same time, all throwing util. Did great damage. And just a really solid round. That was fantastic teamwork. Again, this util didn't slow down this Playground guy as much, but we'll do some damage as he steps back into it. But now, with an op here on the T side, could get dangerous.
Slow so far. A little too slow for Sinister to be having such fun. But there are 2 players just outside Monster. Perhaps the rest of the squad is trying to wait out any information that those 2 can gain. And they may have heard one player jumping around over towards Speller. Hence why they want to stack everybody up. Oger gonna be the first one to peek. Good for the first frag. Chinchilla yet again. The first demise as well. But wait, is it a fake? Are they thinking that it's a fake? And oh no, the rotation got called off. Trip, first one to fall. Floridian needs to hold on as the backup arrives. They have to regain some space here as Floridia's just barely surviving at 15 HP right now. The smoke's gonna allow the bomb to go down. The shot's not gonna connect through the wall, and hence the bomb gets planted safely. A man disadvantage for CCG. Absolutely no utility whatsoever. So they might decide to just back off of here, although they do have defuse kits, so it's not completely out of question this comeback. But no utility. It's not going to be easy for them. They realize it, they back off, they concede the round, and let Lost Hills run away with their 8th.
Yeah, just very unfortunate timing, like you said. Seemed like the rotate was kind of called off there because Lost Hills kind of delayed the push. Delayed so much that they thought that it was going to be a fake, that they were just going to rotate. But they were just kind of staying. They were just kind of holding for a second to try to get that. Try to get the next pick. Waiting for the util to come from CCG, as well as the flashes. Yeah, once they came and went, they kind of just waited for their timing and ran up and able to get the next pick on pillar. But again, full buy round for this next one, so they'll have another shot at redemption to increase their lead even more.
now you can start to worry a little bit about CCG as well because their leads sort of vanished. It's only down to one round. So if they lose this round, they're gonna be in some really dangerous territory because now they don't have any money whatsoever as well. The next one is gonna be a full buy round. Vulcan, good start, and the worries increase with it.
Yeah, early round disadvantage or man disadvantage now is not gonna be nice. That op
Sure.
pick, great shot from Mr. Vulcan. Sorry, forgot his name for a second. Uh, Great shot from him. But now the T's are looking to make some noise here towards B. His Trip will get a shot here off, but with some util in hand, he'll get a spray down on Vulcan and Brashy as well. That is the round we needed. That is the savior we needed for this round, at least. Because now the smokes
Mm,
go down to delay even more. Now we're just stuck outside of construction and monster.
yeah. Good anticipation from Floridian though. The timing didn't exactly pan out. Missed out by a few seconds, but Inshallah looking for more and gets it. Leaving only Sinister behind. Corin spots him out. Couldn't confirm the kill, but will make up for it in the next 2 seconds. And CCG just holding on strong still. Not letting their economy get completely broken down. Winning round and losing round. Well, both of these teams have traded blows in the last four. But they're not too far off from making the other side broke. Actually, they may have just done enough. Yeah, it seems like it is going to be a force or a half buy coming in. Actually, never, it is a force buy. We see an AK being pulled out, a Mac 10, but the rest, and a Galil as well. The rest only pistols, not a lot of utility as well. So the T side struggling right now, just trying to pick up anything that they possibly can. It's trying to get a little bit desperate for round and map control as well. And they have consistently actually found first bloods. They just have not been able to capitalize on them as successfully as they possibly could have hoped for.
Already a close call there on long. Lots of damage being done with that op. So that is nice. But again, just slow here from the T side. Trying to play kind of a contact, as you can say. Just walk up, no util, trying to get a pick. I guess some util thrown at them back, though, as they get spotted, it seems. Eagle shots will be fired off. Corin, the low player with the AK, will get caught out. Oh, a spray down there on the truck. We'll leave it up to a 1v4. Bunkin, last player alive, but JG and Shilla will sweep it up. Making it the 11th round that I'm sure they were guaranteed.
Yeah, pretty much guaranteed their 12th as well. No money left on Lost Hills. They forced into the last one, didn't have a lot to work with in that either, but now it's reduced even further down to pretty much nothing. Especially not in terms of utility. But good for Floridian and Corin to have held down that truck. Pretty much everybody threw themselves from the T side over towards that area, and they just held on. Found 4 frags. And Jay Casper, I believe, was the one to finish things off, and Floridian with a good read yet again to kick things off in potentially the second last round of the series. Oh, sorry, not the series, of this map. We will likely have another game on our hands if CCG close out this map.
Yeah, as long as they can do it. It's
Yeah,
just a 5v4 now. As Team CCG got an early pick. Only pistols in the hands of Lost Hills. As they stack up here outside of B, they look to go in through construction. Through the right side, Wojar, nice shots from him. He'll get a pick with that P250, but Trip with the spray down will do some nice damage. Straight out Wojar, but he has to reload, so he can't help his friend, but he'll clean up the last two players there, so it's a nice 3K from him. But again, like you said, guaranteed that 12th round. So hopefully they should be able to close this map out.
yeah, they will be pushing us to Ancient Map 3 to keep their hopes alive in the losers bracket. If they are able to secure one more round among the next four, If not, somehow, we will be heading to OT. Lost Hills. I mean, winning 4 rounds in a row. Certainly a tall task given how CCG have been performing so far in Overpass. They had a good first half as well on the T side. The second, sure, not as impressive. They only won 4 rounds in a row. Sorry, 4 rounds in total. But it's good nonetheless. Sinister, extra love for Corn right there. Voyager finds a frag. Chinchilla and Casper though, equalizing the numbers out. Not for long. Brashi takes control of the A side. Has backup arriving as well, but the bomb is too far away for the time being, so they're gonna have to hold us off at least for a long while. The problem is, look at number 9. He may be able to cut off the bomb. Never mind. The bomb's just gonna go a little bit extra safe for outwards long, so no chance that they're allowed to cut it out. Oh, Chinchilla falls. Scorer. Sorry, trip 1 versus 3. Still gonna go for it. They have a decent chunk of money to work with. Not a lot, but enough to justify an attempt. The smoke and flash to potentially help them out as well.
Yeah, Lost Hills will maybe hold on for a little longer. They'll most likely going to get their 9th round here, as well as saving a couple rifles, which will be very pivotal for for the econ if they are to have any chance at bringing this into overtime. A trip, kind of just walking up here. Oh, he'll get a first pick here, but with that low HP, yeah, he'll just run away. Probably just gonna die, I think. There's no way he gets away, right? Oh yeah.
Nah. Well,
Unfortunate.
it is. But perhaps his primary target might have been achieved, which was dealing a little bit of damage to the T economy. But it's not going to be enough. It's still going to be a full buy coming in for them likely. Not the same case for CCG though. 3 M4s, a couple of MP9s, and only 1 defuse kit core in his life is going to be of high importance here for them.
Yeah, it's finally we're able to get another buy round here. The T sides are, so it's gonna be another fair fight. There's some MP9s here on CCG. I'm kind of unfortunate to see, but we can see how deadly those things can be. One already with some connector control here.
Money is not going to be as big of a problem for the D side anymore because, well, if they lose a round and their money is broken, well, they lost the whole map right there. So they don't have to worry about money, and as long as they keep on winning rounds, they're gonna get enough funds to recover with all AKs at the very least.
Woo.
Rashi,
Rashi.
good start again.
They all just run up here, up mid, looking to be an execute here. As Vulcan gets another nice shot there on long, aware that one could be coming from map. The bomb will be planted there on front dice. Now CCG are forced to try to do something here. Well, actually, I think they're all just going to try to save.
Oh no.
And their econ isn't great. It's looking like a 10th round and possibly even an 11th. This game is getting hairy and dicey very quick.
Yeah, this is starting to look a little bit scary. On perhaps a timeout might get called in for CCG to sort of talk things out. Maybe not in this one, but in the next where they have some better weaponry to work with. Voyager looking to hunt some more down in this one. Will eliminate an MP9 on Floridiot. But 2 weapons being still held on to. And actually, not for long. Chinchilla is the only one surviving. That's the M4 taken away. So that's going to be a massive hit. The sole rifle of CCG taken out.
Yeah, and they're very poor. No money to speak of here. Only USPs and that 1 MP9. Last round was a very, very, very important round that they should have won. That early pick there on mid, as well as the awareness to get the second A player on long, really messed them up here. Because now they're pretty much all stacked towards mid and look to do a play. Possibly with this flash as the flash comes out, but not enough for Sinister to be blind as he'll take out 2. Oh, Brashy actually will help him out and get 3 sprayed down. Is that, yeah,
Yeah.
this is just looking like an 11th round and probably going to be tied up.
Well, if it does get tied up, we will be heading to OT. And the question is CCG gonna allow that? They've lost 3 rounds in a row, fourth,
Got to
and
close this out.
we had to OT. It's not gonna be a pretty sighting, not for CCG, considering the start that they had to overpass. They were up 5-1, headed into the second half, being 8-4. It's not a strong start in the second half, but they recovered well, up 12-8 yet again, and now on the brink of OT yet again. It's not a pretty sighting, but one that they have to deal with, one that they have to hold on to. No timeouts being called in. They're just gonna go at it.
I think I'm only seeing 1 kit as well. So if bomb plant goes down, this is pretty much time. Not good. So they're going to have to really focus on trying to hold these bomb sites. If that bomb goes down, it's going to be trouble.
Does both of these
But
teams feeling the pressure slowly? The initial engagement goes downward towards toilets. Corn gonna be the first line of defense to retaliate. Couldn't find anything. The timing's off. Bojer finishes him off. Hence, Jay Casper forced to back off.
he'll get double mollied there. The bomb will get planted here on A. This is exactly what we didn't want to happen. Now this is the last round of the map, pretty much. Unless this goes in OT.
Then
Great util here. Get some damage there on Jay Casper. We're actually aware of these timings. He'll get a pick through the smoke as well. Vulcan one as well, but JJ Chinchilla from the flank, I think. Unfortunately, not enough as it will go into OT here on Overpass. Very scary.
oh god, look at Brashy. Look at Brashy. 29 frags, 12 deaths. More than a 2 KD. As the regulation part of the map has come to a conclusion. CCG last time around they played Overpass was, well, in the very last game. It headed to OT. They ended up losing at 16-14. But they didn't have Corn back then. Feral was substituting in, although Feral themselves were playing a pretty good game. It still has an impact when your communication just isn't the same when you're playing with a substitute. So I thought when if Corn being here, there might be a difference. There might be something improved perhaps, but today something just feels off about CCG. Something's just not going their way, and it's difficult to pinpoint it because at times it feels like CCG they're in their groove, they found their footing, and they're winning rounds, they're chaining rounds together, and at times they're dying early, giving up man advantages such as this. Two people already fallen, already trying
Oh.
to make up for something but has no help. Got too aggressive and got punished for it, leaving only 2 players behind already. It's down to Chinchilla and Trip who are just gonna back off. Although this is OT, they had a lot of money in them on their hands. This is just not worth a shot.
Yeah, that was really rough A-hold. It pretty much just seems like we were 1v Xing the Lost Hills as they run in from bathrooms there. Very rough. Just the timings are off, like you said. Jay Casper whiffing 2 op shots. Just a very unfortunate round. Something that really shouldn't be happening at this level of play. And like I said, just 1v-Xing pretty much. No one was set up to trade in bathroom or outside of A. It was just kind of one was playing garden or flowers, and one was playing front of bathroom, just kind of taking their own fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No trade potential. I feel like.
a terrorist timeout surprisingly has been called in. Lost Hills, they have all the momentum that they possibly could have wanted. Yet a timeout being called. Perhaps some external reasons for it, but CCG, they can take advantage of this. They can talk things through because, as you said, there were quite a few fights which were taken where there was just no trade potential. Floridiot, he he was sitting safely over towards dumpster, but went aggressively to take four players head on, or three perhaps. But there was realistically no shot that he comes out of that fight, that engagement alive. So it just feels like to some extent CCG might be down morally and mentally in this one. Not a strong look. So this timeout could absolutely help them out if they can recollect themselves. Like Corn quite aggressive. So a
That was a
strip
good
over
nade.
towards long. Oh no.
Oh,
Open.
trade
Traded
goes
out.
out though. Yeah, it was a good nade. I wish it was a little earlier though from Corin, as you said, but as the push out comes through, great flash from Faridia. Able to pick one, but very aggressive. Wojar jumps up on the truck, able to get the trade. That was a 3v3. J. Casper not quite ready as he unscopes just as Sinister runs up, but
Oh no.
Trip just looks completely lost as he runs out of long and falls to Brashy. Because now it looks like the second round of OT is going towards Lost Hills. Unless Mr. JJ should Chillick and pull something out of the hat. But he won't. He just walks into Sinister, unfortunately.
Yeah. His hat gets picked off instead by Sinister as he puts a bullet into JJ's skull. But that's 6 rounds now, lost in a row for CCG. They had a decent start in this round. Sure, they lost the first blood, but the trades came through. They picked off two players. It came down to a 3 versus 3, but that's when it fell apart. The mid-round adjustments can't seem to be working out. Whatever CCG does, the reads have been absolutely phenomenal. The engagements really good from Lost Hills, but they need to be shut out. CCG, they lose 2 more rounds within the next 4. They will be out of playoffs.
Yeah, and Lost Hills just playing outside of B here. Seems like they're ready to take a fight. They molly these, or they nade these smokes I meant. J. Casper with a great pick there through upper. And great molly here. But for it gets 2 as he runs up there on ramp. J. Casper will get 1 as well. But Wojar with 3 shots as well. But Corin able to close out that last round of overtime. Or at least that last side. So it'll bring us up to a 14-13. Not all is lost on that half. Great round. Very hectic round.
Yeah, good, but good for Floridia though. He put his team in a good position. Finds a frag through the smoke, and has the safety of the smoke afterwards as well as it fades back in. Playing that really wisely. I believe he has a gap over towards heaven through which he is able to peek out and find a few more. But good resilience from CCG to hold on to the B side. Hence, they're anticipating another approach over towards A, because that's just been constantly working out for Lost Hills. And Lost Hills certainly wanted to go there early on in the round, but the utility has denied them that positioning. We see a player aggressively tucked in as well. That's Koran, I believe, just outside playground.
Very dangerous spot. It's very a one and done kind of ordeal, but
Oh
he'll get
no.
his one. And possibly the next. Yeah, he will actually get the next. Like I said, there's no cover here. It's just him. He'll smoke out in front.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
And that'll pretty much deter anybody from coming up here towards the playground. Great 2 picks. This is the 2 picks that they needed in this round.
Yeah, CCG on the back foot. Trip trying to find a gap, but instead gets caught off guard. His rifle was visible to Sinister. He's gonna pick up that AK. Free upgrade for him. But CCG, 2 players alive. Not looking too pretty for them, as both of them are completely isolated out as well. Just sort of hoping that they can find perhaps a frag, a gap,
Oh,
anything. Not the case for J. Casper. He's fallen. Chinchilla in a 1 versus 5, but 10 seconds on the clock. Realistically, and logically no shot at this round. One more is all Lost Hills need to continue their journey in the losers bracket and send CCG packing.
Very unfortunate. This map just completely fell apart, it seems, for CCG. Yeah, this T side just, I mean, to be fair, that was a crazy play to put that guy in the corner on long.
Yeah,
But
not anticipating it.
yeah, I can see how this would be very frustrating from CCG's eyes.
They're still not completely out of the game just yet, though. They can't
Oh,
push us to another OT. They need to win 2 more rounds in a row for that. First frag goes the way off trip, and behind it
this
they've
time they just
opened up
run
the
it down
side.
on B.
Yeah, plan down. A flank being set up as well.
Ooh. Nice shot from Corin. We'll pretty much secure this round is... Yeah, they just had one player on B. They did this last round as well. They pretty much 4 pushed long. Threw some util to pretty much stop anybody coming from playground. J Casper will get one here on the flank as well. And pretty much guarantee that playground is the CTs so that they can go back to B, but it's just so late. And they were able to get that kill. A lot of heat damage being done. That's all right. As this round will go the way of CCG finally. Taking down all the players as well. But that won't matter as this will be the last round of this OT. Will CCG get it to second overtime, or will Lost Hills run away with this victory? That was a great round. Let's see if they can replicate that.
CCG having to do what Lost Hills did, making a comeback to push us to an OT. Only difference is it's going to be a second one this time around, and the round leads practically reset. Quite aggressive
Yep.
upward short trip, punishes them for it. And finds another, but the retaliation's good. Gasper to grant them the man advantage as the bomb starts to go down. Short being covered up, but Vulcan wants to sneak out behind the flash. Actually, not even making it anonymous. Gets a frag and gets to live as well. Vulture gonna fade away the smoke at least for a few seconds and gonna jump down. Nothing hidden. Their positioning's well known to CCG. Casper, timing's off, doesn't get the kill. 1 versus 2, Floridiot. Now in a 1v1, the captain to keep CCG alive, and he gets it. OT number 2. And CCG's barely surviving.
Thank goodness. We go into the second overtime just by the skin of our teeth. Just barely get that last round. They 3-stacked B, and we somehow still got the kills. The trades were good too, and the retake was quick as well. The flash through construction and just the op shot from Vulcan was that was crazy. I don't know how that play even worked. I don't know how that was even close. I thought we had it in the bag, but somehow Lost Hills just makes it scary.
Yeah, but not scary for either of these teams anymore as the round has been reset. An equal start as a frag goes the way of both sides. Floridiot, the savior of CCG, first one to fall in this round. Rotations already come through. CCG still very slow, hence keeping Lost Hills guessing about where exactly CCG have went. Gonna be a 2-2 divide to defend each side.
Yeah, look at all this util being thrown now as the execute comes out. The molly should be good as Sinister, both and Brashy hold the same angle there. Able to get the first pick as it comes through there in construction. Bringing us down to a 3v4, and now we're slowed down. That util coming in a little too early, telegraphing our intentions, and pretty much canceling our push right away. Because now we have all this smoked off and only 30 seconds left as we look to probably just come right outside of B again. As we walk out, Corin with the oh, first try to
Oh
shot,
no.
but unfortunately he'll get taken down. Brashy with 2 nice sprays, trip through the connector, but Vulcan will trade him out as well, bringing the first round of second OT to the side of Lost Hills.
It felt like for a second that this might just go their way, but they forced the one player over towards pillar into an awkward position with their utility when they were approaching B, but the counter utility was good. It isolated the initial fight out, which brought Trip's demise. And afterwards, the timing just didn't go their way. CCG tried to play it cool, reset the CT positioning as well. It went back to a 2-2 divide to defend the sites, but very mandatory first blood taken for CCG. They need these small advantages and they need to hold on to them. Gonna further grow it out, actually, as Chinchilla has taken Vulcan, a very important frag, as that's the op taken out of the equation for now.
Mister looking to re-aggress here on connector, though. We'll spot out Jake Casper, get some shots off, but Jake Casper with a nice crouch peek. We'll get him, and that'll suffice their lead pretty much in this round. JJ Chinchilla will get the refrag up here towards top mid as well. Now it's just a 1v5. I believe the last player is probably just going to save or attempt to. Brashy is arguably their best player, and he can be dangerous here as he hard peeks up, but what in the world? Where did that flash come from?
Uh, eh, I mean, hey, as long as it connects, CCG is gonna be happy about that. Tie it up yet again. Both of these teams just trading blows back and forth, not letting anybody get a significant lead. Or if significant means greater than 4. That certainly has been the case so far in this map. Not in the last one. Quite a demanding lead from Lost Hills on that one, but CCG, they keep on fighting. I did say that at one moment it felt like that they were starting to lose hope, but now that we are two overtimes deep into this game, they're not giving up that easy.
Yeah. Very early around here as they try to get this connector space. They run out here in water. Sinister will get one, but the trade is quick. Jake Casper quick to get the next as well. Brashy a little too aggressive there on connector. That'll turn the advantage towards CCG's side. He's now running up here. Vulcan not quite going to connect the op shot. Floridiot able to take him down as now the util will slow a little bit here in connector. Ojar with the util out. Oh, get some damage taken. No. Oh, Trip. Great shot from him as he flicks over. Now the last player in heaven. They'll hear this. They'll hear him run here towards door as well. Oh, yeah. They hear him. Everything he's doing. Shoot him straight through the smoke. Great job. Great half. This time, 2 rounds on this overtime half. So this next half should be looking a little better towards CCG.
Taking
As
time
we go
out.
into a pause.
Talk things through. They only need 2 more. CCG close out their map pick. Perhaps should not have gotten this close, considering how good a start they had and how close they were to, well, finishing off this map as well. They were up 12-8 and 8-4 by the end of the first half as well. This game could have ended far long ago, but they're still in this. They still have the advantage and the confidence to piece it all together yet again. They've done it before. But they're taking their time with this. I mean, honestly, when you play a single map for so long, you gotta take a break. Drink some water, calm your nerves.
Yeah, this is certainly a long game.
Uh, it can be
2
exhausting as
overtimes
well.
doesn't seem like a lot, yeah, but you're playing like 5 or 6 more rounds on top of the already 13 rounds or over that. Well,
Well,
24
24
rounds.
rounds, yeah.
Yeah, 24 rounds, yeah. So it can definitely be a burden, especially when overtimes keep stacking up. It can get very draining very quickly.
And there's
Um,
another map to be played if CCG wins.
another map to be played, hopefully. But we'll get this next round kicked off here. 7-16. Like I said, CCG does have the advantage as long as they're able to keep this CT side at bay. They'll do some aggressive pushes here. Again, that util is going to help them out here as they're able to get 2 sprays down. But, oh, Bunkin able to get 2 picks as well. But Korin quick to turn around, do some more damage. Now it's just a 1v1. This is a coin flip now all of a sudden. All that damage, all that fighting, all happening at once there in Playground. Everyone rushing to fight. The util was great, but again, now we got a minute and 20 seconds, and it's a 1v1. That's crazy.
I'm not sure if he's anticipating Drip to have not just been that in that position, but Drip with the op now, no information for them as well. But felt like a great start for CCG behind that aggression. Suddenly fell apart and now has come down to a 1 versus 1. Drip's moving back. He's thinking that maybe, just maybe, this is a B play from Brashi, and Brashi being the star player of Lost Hills in this map, currently with 35 frags and 18 deaths. He's looking to redeem his team here. And perhaps tie things up yet again. Oh no, he's loud. Giving his position away, and he's planting towards Drip. Should be. No, he's heard him! But Drip still clicks right on. Doesn't miss a single shot. And now CCG again just one more round away from closing out the game.
Yeah, that was very dangerous. Looked like Bunkin was aggressing towards Bank. He took a peek into stairs there for a little bit, but like you said, he just made way too much noise there. For 30 seconds left in the round, we really we should have taken our time there, I feel like. But Trip, great movement, great flick. That brings them the 18th round. JJ jumping off, taking some damage.
Yeah. It got scary for Trip as well. He became loud as soon as he heard the plant, and Brashi moved away. And had that flick not connected, oh boy, it would that have been scary.
Well, it did, but now we're just playing slow here on the T side, trying to take this connector space. We got mid side of Lost Hills as they work up bathrooms here. Do have 3 players here stacked towards the A side. Is that an auto on Floridian? I just realized. Pushing through the smoke. Great aggression there. Jay Casper, with the help of Korin's flash, gets a pick there on long. Gets even more aggressive, it seems. Gets some more damage, but Vulcan, they'll take him out with the Tech 9. They look to do an A execute here as the Molly goes down on Dice. Floridian will throw out his util.
Oh god.
Flash himself.
The scar's out.
Korin sitting back Bank will get the pick as he runs up there on truck. Brashi with the trade, though. Floridian with that. Oh, it's still not able to do anything. As Brashi gets 2 picks. Great shots from him onto the dumpster guys. The auto not working out. Now we know the last player is in bathrooms as he just shot Brashi with a 4-piece for the round. Carrying his team. Grabbing the round that they needed. And now, again, this is getting scary.
This man is unstoppable. Still, we are about to hit the 3rd OT. We're 1 round away from 3rd OT, and he's still with a KD ratio greater than 2. 39 frags, 19 deaths. The consistency on this man has been absolutely phenomenal to witness, but CCG, they've all been doing their part, and their KDs are not looking too shabby as well. Trip with a 1, Casper almost with a 1, somewhat greater actually. Same the case for Korin, Floridian, and Chinchilla, all of them real close to it. So it's much more been a team effort on CCG's side.
Oh, well, it looks like we're just kind of walking up. JJ Chilla gets the first pick there. They run out here on connector. Bunkin get 1, but lots of util just being thrown at each other. Sprays through the smoke. Brashi will get another. And now it's just a 4v3 as they look to try to get this bomb plant. Floridia still in water, still in backside. Could do something with it, but Vulcan gets the rotate up there on Heaven. Now it's
Diamond's
just a
gonna be everything.
4v2. Oh, he actually gets 2 there with a spray down, but now it's just a 1v2. Last player, Corin, walks up here on Monster, up on Pillar. Only a 1. Okay, and the last player alive. It gets him through the smoke. He's actually able to win it. CCG finally closed out the last round in a 5v2 or a 4v2, something like that. Holy.
A 2v4 for Floridian and Goran to win out the very last round of OT number 2 and push us to a map 3. I mean, boy, was that a lengthy game, and there were so many opportunities for CCG to close it out, but they eventually make up for all the mistakes and do end up winning it with a very small margin. Came down to another 1 versus 1. Could have realistically been anybody's game had the timing gone the way of Vulcan there. Gorn would have easily fallen as well, but CCGs, they're gonna be happy about it. They're gonna prepare for their third map, and so are we. So we're gonna take a short break, and once we come back, we will be have Ancient loading up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. CCG Esports final map, losers bracket playoffs run going on right now. CCG just barely held on to the series in the second OT of Overpass, but now we're preparing to head on to Ancient. This is Unflick. Joining me here is Jeff, and Jeff, we've had one hell of a run, and this series has already provided us with pretty much everything we could have asked for. We have seen dominant map. It came from Lost Hills, sure, but it was dominant nonetheless. And a map that gets as close as honestly possible, because even the last round it came down to a 1 versus 1 in the second OT.
Yeah, it was super intense. Last game for sure. Overpass can always be a coin flip. But now here in the decider, we have Ancient, which is one of my favorite maps, at least. I think it's a very fun map. It's definitely very interesting with how mid and donut works, as well as cave. I think cave is a very interesting area of the map. I think just in general, this map is very unique and very fun to play. Um, so especially with like some of the util you can do. But going to the first round here, Pistols, we are 3 stacked here towards the B side. As we run in here and plant the bomb as well. Brashy will get the first pick as we run out through. Oh my goodness, just everyone's getting picks. It's just left and right. Now it's finally in a 2v2. Bomb still not down yet. As Vulcan walks out here through the temple side, but yeah, first round will go towards the side of Lost Hills as they pick it up from their stack, as well as just keeping that bomb from not going down.
Yeah. CCG just they hopped onto the plan too early on. Braishi was tucked into the cheeky little corner, didn't anticipate his positioning, and went too aggressively. Braishi hence got 2 frags for free, caused chaos on the side. Although the trades were really effective from CCG in that 2 versus 2, the timings just did not go their way. Floridian fell for absolutely nothing, and once again, Brashy, same exact strong start. As he finds 2 more, Bunkin gonna follow in his footsteps. He finds 2 to his name. Bomb desperately gets planted out, and Trip will fall after he completes that task. And a second clean round for Lost Hills.
Yeah, only 1 going down there, so not too hurt that round at all. But hey, at least we got a plant. Plant down will give us some money in our pockets. That means that we can buy out this round to our heart's content.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this should be a fair round. Our first fair round after the pistol. I'd like to see some T aggression, maybe some T util up on house, as well as some flashes. Get some of that bottom mid control early if we can. But not quite yet. Interesting. They're playing 3 mid here, but nobody on A as we jump up here on Cat. Super aggressive. 3 of them taking bottom mid. Yeah, that Cat. Oh my goodness. Look at this wallbang battle is just goes on. Is lots of damage through the wall. Jay Casper able to pick up Bunkin, who wasn't aware that he was tucked in that corner. Trip aggressive here, able to take down Brashy in cave as well. Is now they have some space here, but Vulcan able to get one here in elbow. Now the bomb will be planted here on default. But we gotta be careful. There is a player in cave. Chinchilla will run in, not aware of him. Wojar will shut him down, but Trip able to take out two, the one in cave, as well as the one pushing CT. And Corin with the late flank up here through mid will shut down that round. That's a three-piece for a Trip. What a great round.
Yeah, Trip really coming out of clutch there. Had he fallen, Corn was in absolutely no place to have denied that plant. So Trip, him staying alive, finding those two frags in the post plant, absolutely crucial in securing the first round of CCG. And the problems are not done just yet. The CT economy, although in a bad shape generally, it has allowed a buy for the side of Lost Hills. Not a lot of utility. Most of us has already been dispensed out. But 4M4s to work with. No diffuse kits though, so we might just see them play a tad bit more aggressively in those retakes. They have given up A for the time being, but they're looking to reclaim it. A player sent over towards Donut. One all the way over towards backside. Voyager finds the first. Now gonna try to stay alive at least for the time being as the bomb goes down. And the reinforcements
One was
arrive.
down. A little too aggressive there in Temple. Corin will fall to Vulcan in the corner, but almost gets utiled out. Already looking for the trade.
He might not check it. He does.
And now the retake is underway as the CTs rush in from Donut as well as CT. They're already on site, pushing up Brashy. Well, not able to do anything, but J Casper gets one as well. Now it's down to a 2v2 as the tap will be done.
Long angles.
But look at this late flank from Donut. Trip. Get one, but now the time is ticking down. CCG, it looks like they have confirmed their second round just by the skin of their teeth.
Ooh. Close call. Both of the players fall. But CCG, they're still going to be happy with that regardless, actually, because no rifles get saved up for the CT side. Their money is in shambles. So it should be an easy victory for CCG here, regardless of the fact that they have 3 SMGs, a P90 coming out for Trip, but still shouldn't be too much of a problem since they are playing just against USPs. And, well, one legal in there, but not too big of a difference, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully, but
you never know what can happen, so you have to be very careful with your words.
5-man rush through a main, just gets shut down immediately. Very quick round. The CTs were on a save. They definitely have a strange way of going about this on CT. Like I said, their weird 3-man push-up mid is something I've never seen before, and nobody on A.
It's a gamble that actually quite a few teams take. Getting early map control, it allows them to hold on B rather aggressively, deny any map control over towards B for the T side. That mid aggression, but again, it comes at the cost of having to gamble the A side for a little bit. Corn aggressive, couldn't find anything, but that's gonna change soon. Rashi first one to fall, Bunkine follows him to the grave. CCG now a man advantage. Eventually the bomb should go down as well as Floridian finds another, looking for the second. Connects just barely in time. 20 HP remaining for him. As only one player surviving of another very quick round for CCG as they have confirmed their fourth.
Yeah, great round for Corin. Especially running in, getting that first entry kill. As well as picking up 2 as they walk in. Or no, Corin actually only got that 1, I guess.
Dude, he found Brash.
No, it was for Idiot. My bad. That got those 2 right outside of the smoke. Great positioning from him. Yeah, just right outside of the smoke, playing that off angle as they walk into his crosshair from elbow. Just had great positioning from him. And yeah, now CTs are still on a very poor round. They're gonna try to be on a save. They got full loss bonus, so they can try to invest a little here, but
Oh, wait.
I know they'll invest 1 FAMAS.
Quite questionable actually to not balance it out. Oh, Beautiful nade blows right in the face of Vulcan, puts him down to 19 HP. Should get
Follow up
finished off with
flashes.
ease. Oh, the flash is even more gorgeous. A nice little cherry on top of that fight. But Sinister
Ooh!
somehow gets away with two, even though he was blinded. Chinchilla returning the favor. Finds through in retaliation. And hence a 3 versus 2. But now this is a lot more possible, actually. The odds still favorable for CCG, sure, but it's not completely out of hands for Lost Hills now, since there is that FAMAS still available and he can potentially catch somebody off guard, and he does.
Ooh!
Scoring. Fallen. 2 versus 2. No weapons retrieved, surprisingly, for the second player, but the bomb has gone down, and Deagle can prove to be quite lethal as well if the timing is right, and it is. It's come down to a 1v1. They know each of their positioning as well. Bunline, he has to find the frag, but is denied. Trip coming out clutch in that fight yet again, securing the fifth. Got a little too risky for CCG, but still win it out.
Yeah, that was a scary round. Only pistols, but Sinister with those 2-1 digs up mid. Very good shots from him.
Uh,
Able to get the round close enough and do some util or some economy damage, I mean. But going to this next round, they should have some buys as well as an op. So hopefully this should be a little bit more fair, if that makes sense.
yeah.
But I mean, of course, they did have Yellow who bought last round. Bunkin who had that FAMAS, so he won't be able to buy as much.
Only one defuse kit as well, so retake's gonna be slightly more problematic, but not completely, as the timeout has ticked out. And CCG flourishing so far in terms of money and rounds as well.
Yeah, 5-2. It's a great half so far, especially since I consider this map to be slightly T-sided, I feel like. I don't know. That could just be me. I feel like T is just very
It is
strong.
somewhat CT sided actually, but
You think so?
yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's just the way I feel, but whenever I play it, I like playing T-side.
The
uh,
CT side just has a lot of potential to deny map position, real estate to the D side. Like you see, the mid aggression that we were mentioning, it allows aggressive B takes to be taken. The only problem where the CT can have a problem denying spaces or towards A main, but other than that, the whole map is in their realms to somewhat. But currently, the B side, it's in the realms of the D, of the terrorists. But they're falling
what?
one after the other. Only 2 remain now. Okay.
Ooh, great shots from Trip and Corin. Able to take it down to a 2v1. I was about to say, those opening picks from Wojar, or at least the first one, definitely made it possible, but now it's set down to a 1v1 now. Sinister. Look at it. Another shot, a great shot, but now he's aware of this position. He's running up, trying to take these fights. Only 2 bullets
There you
left.
go.
Able to switch out the AK, trying to take the fight. He does, but unfortunately, no kit. No kit on him, so he'll have to run away. And that'll be a 6th round for CCG.
Corn
And
just
that'll bite them in the butt having no kits.
yeah. And they had one that fell and couldn't retrieve it, and Corin just played like a nuisance there. Wasted as much time as he possibly could, for as long as he could. Tried to get the kill in the end, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, CCG's economy is in a real good state as well, so they don't have a lot to worry about in that manner either. But maximum loss bonus for the CT side, having lost 6 rounds in a row. So they're all gonna have. I'm not entirely sure if I should call this a full buy because they don't have any utility whatsoever, well, except on one player, which they've all dispensed. Now they're only left with one smoke. So, although but they do have 4 rifles to work with, I'm surprised they didn't buy as much utility since 3 players invested almost everything that they could have, and 2 players still have a decent chunk of money remaining in the bank. So I'm uncertain about what the imbalance that's going on. But
Yeah. It's good that we're holding on to our util, though, because now we're going to be coming out of this A site here with our flashes and smokes. Going to be absolutely beautiful. But Sinister, able to get one here. The rotates are quick as well. We got to try to get that bomb down quick. Wojar running up, gets a pick as well. Brashy comes out and gets a two-man spray down as he runs out of the CT backside. Now the bomb will not get planted. That was just a 1v5. Trip, last man alive. Probably just going to save this AK. Around turn to south.
Quite quickly as well in just a matter of seconds. It fell apart. Although CCG it looked like they would have they would be better prepared to take those fights given how much utility that they had and the lack of utility which the CT side had to counter it. But the sheer presence of 3 or 4 CT players over towards the read was pretty good from the side of Lost Hills, and hence their third round secured here.
I don't even know if it's so much as a read as they kind of just
Again,
telegraphed it with util as well.
yeah.
Fortunately, didn't have the right places smoked off. Temple guy was able to come out and fight, as well as you know, the rotates coming in pretty quick because that bomb didn't go down as fast as we might have wanted it to. But it's still a decent round, 6-3 now. A great half for the T side. If we can get 1 or 2 more, that is a very, very solid T side. Even just a 6-6, like I said, would be very solid. Yeah, as we go into this next round, taking that mid control, Corin able to take down 1 and a second there on Donut. Immediately 2 mid picks is going to open up this round a significant amount. As Vulcan is the last one player. Oh, and he just whiffs that freaking spray. Absolutely sat down by Floridia as they will get this bomb down very quickly into the round. 127 seconds, or 1 minute and 27 seconds left in the round, and the bomb is planted. Now it is just a 2v5. Frashy and Bunkin probably just going to look to save this.
Oh, hello, Inshallah. Must have quite a few shots punished, but not too much to worry about. CCG still get the round win. 7th on board for them. And this perhaps might even be a better score line than the last one by the end of the first half for CCG. Trip falls as well, and now this is where this is actual economical damage perhaps. Not a lot of it, but it still is something. For something positive perhaps for the side of Lost Hills to look at. And as they are down 4 rounds in a row, and trying to recover something as they go for a full buy yet again. Still not max loss bonus anymore. They did lose 1 round, sorry, win 1 round, but uh, they're just gonna get granted enough money to have a good amount of utility as well. 3 diffuse kits, so rather better positioning than they were in the round that they did win. Yeah.
Oh, CCG just playing these very quickly, though. Able to take out the one on site, but with util in hand, not able to take out the trade right away. But eventually they will. Now it's just a 3v3. We already have the bomb up on site. Looks like the plant will be coming down here. As now all 3 CTs are stacked up here towards elbow. Looking to take a fight. Vulcan pushes up with that op. JJ Chinchilla crouches down, able to take him out. And now the retake. They slowed down quite a bit. Oh, through the smoke, JJ Chinchilla. Great shots from him. Great crosshair placement through the smoke. He just knows exactly where to shoot. And pushes out. Get that ace, baby. No, not quite. Get the 4K. Get CCG. Their 8th round, most likely, for this T-side half. Which is absolutely fantastic. Bordar tries to run away with his gun, but he won't. Doing more economic damage.
Trip just falls in the process. A timeout being called in for Lost Hills to potentially salvage the final round of this first half. But CCG, they're looking good now. An AWP invested into. Okay. The weapon, generally speaking, is not going to be pretty for this for the CT side here, but an AWP is certainly going to give them a little bit more hope. On the other hand, though, an AWP in the hands of Jay Casper as well. I believe we haven't seen an AWP on the T side in this half just yet. So that's going to be a first in the very last round of it, but CCG. I mean, honestly, even if you go down eight, if even if you go into the next half with an 8-4 scoreline, you have to be pretty happy given the next side is going to be the CT.
Yeah, and it's not even like Lost Hills is doing all that bad either. If you look at the scoreboard, um,
Yeah.
they're still up there with kills 9, 8, 8, 8. Only one who's doing sort of bad is Vulcan 3 to 8, but that's no biggie. They're holding their own, and you know it seems like they're getting their trades. It's just unfortunately a lot of these rounds are really just tipping the way of CCG. I think, like I said, just happens to do with the fact that these opening duels are happening so quickly. CCG are being very aggressive here. It's very impressive to see.
Certainly. But CCG though, I mean, last time around the scoreline was pretty familiar from what we have on our hands right now on Overpass. It was 8-4. Uh, but they had a slow start heading into the next half. Although they were still on the favorable side in the second half, they still couldn't just. They just didn't get off on the right foot, and we witnessed an OT. So if the script keeps on going like it is, we might just have another overtime game on our hands, and then this one will be even more high stakes than the last one, given whoever loses this map is out of the tournament.
And look at this early util gun being used to try to get space, try to
Oh,
gain
what is
info
that?
early. Oh, jump on top of this box. Jay Casper with the op will take down Brashy. Oh, and the no scope on Vulcan. Disrespectful as Trip backs him up, and that will be 3 picks immediately here on the B side. Running up through mid. Corin will almost clean up the last 2. Missed our last one alive. 1v4 at Floridiet. We'll close it out. 3-9-1/2. Great, strong T side for CCG.
Yeah, just 4 more rounds is all they need. All they need, please. CCG. And they will keep their dreams of playoffs alive. Well, they are in playoffs, but of winning playoffs alive. And a pistol round win is pretty much going to be the final dagger here as well. If they can win this, get off on a strong start, deny a bomb plant perhaps as well, CCG should be golden.
Yeah, but they're gambling here, stacking B side. And Lost Hills is running in through A. They're already up.
So they can't deny the plant realistically anymore. Vulcan sustains a little bit of damage. Backs off. The nade. Beautiful. Weakens him further down. The shot's not going to connect just yet, but eventually the push comes in and they're all lining up for the side of the T's. Hence, Casper last one alive. 1v3. No kit. A smoke to work with potentially, but he needs to hit shots before he can put it to use. That's exactly what he has not been able to do so far in the pistol round. Yet again goes the way of Lost Hills.
Vulcan finally picking stuff up. He pretty much doubled his kills that round into the
Wow.
second half. Got 3 pistol kills. So great round from him. Able to secure it for his team. So now they're going to be able to buy up here. I think it's so interesting that Bunkin buys an MP7. I have never seen an MP7 be bought like ever. So this is interesting.
Welcome to ESE Advanced Playoffs, my friend.
But it might work out as they run out here. Most of those bullets went into the wall. But they're able to take this space very early with that first frag. Now the bomb will go down here towards the A site. 3 of CCG members are stacked up here in Donut, ready to run out as soon as this smoke hopefully dissipates. Look, run up here mid. Floridiet will actually get a pick there. That's going to be a Galil in his hands to try to help with this retake if they attempt it at all with no hits really to be had, yeah, they're not going to try. They're just going to save this Galil and the MP9, as well as their armor and, one smoke.
Yep, and perhaps the pistols are posing as the bodyguards of those weapons.
Ooh.
One of them quite effective. Monk and falls as well, actually. Brashi can take one away, but that's all she wrote for that round. A 4-round deficit still. CCG have somewhat of a cushion. Likely will get further reduced by one more round at the very least, considering the arsenal that CCG have to work with in this round. But the next round is going to be absolutely crucial, and some magic can perhaps or a miracle can be done in this one as well.
Yeah, of course. And they have a glue, like I said, to work with. Some early util damage going to be done with that nade. Already needs to back up here very quickly, and he does get out with his life. Is going to go down here very quickly with no picks in sight. So spray some damage through the smoke here, but not a pick just yet. Still a 5v5 here. And, oh, super close. Trip almost gets the Zeus kill. But Sinister running down here in cave gets 2 picks. Floridia through the smoke. Only get 1, but Brashi fighting over there towards the elbow side. Now it's just a 2v4. You can walk up here on CT. This round is looking like gonna take it to 9-6.
And there it is. The confirmation as Corn falls. 4 people alive for Lost Hills as well. So now their bank is looking on the sweeter end, as if they're in Silicon Valley, but CCG not the same case for them, investing everything that they possibly could have into this weaponry. A diffuse kit solely on Floridia's hands.
Only one diffuse kit is not telling of a strong economy. But they still have the util, so hopefully they can deny the plant as long as we can. But early aggression here from Lost Hills up mid. They're able to take this space, but some damage being traded through the smoke there, but also some nades being thrown up. Oh my goodness, only 1 HP. Corn with a 2-man spray down. That's huge up there towards Donut. That's going to slow down the push a little bit, as now they have the man disadvantage. Look to back up here, but Bunkin with a quick shot up on House. And they'll take down Jay Casper, who is low from all those nades. Now the round turns into a slow crawl as they look to try to poke and prod, get some kind of info here.
Here's a 3. The calm before the storm. As now the T's have a decision to make. Where exactly do they want to go? Still thinking about it. They have cleared out mid, but the timing is going to be crucial as there's a player lurking around. Oh no, he doesn't check it, Chinchilla. But Floridian, he's heard them. He's heard them. Is he ready to take 3 players though? Not even a single one found. Chinchilla pushing up over towards Donut. Timing's going to be everything. He gets one, barely surviving. A 2 versus 2. And the Floridian's death is actually going to be the cause of the defuse kit being lost as well.
It is right there on site, so still recoverable as they run out here through Donut. 2v2, Bunkin holding the smoke. And he gets the last 2, picking up the 3-piece for the round. Able to guarantee it for his team. Again, this guy has been a monster so far this half. Pretty much, taking it away for his team. But yeah, now CCG not looking too hot. It's 9-7 half or scoreline now. It's gonna most likely be a 9-8, closing the gap significantly, especially considering that 9-3 half. As they look to take up some mid presence here, they run up with pistols. Wojar ready for it though. Gets the 2-man spray down. Make that a 3rd with Sinister at his back. That is another round, most likely going the way of Lost Hills. Already again, just trying to get some damage, trying to get a pick, trying to do something, but his knife out as Vulcan walks up through cave, does the old flankaroo. And now Trip, last man standing.
I mean, come on. This is looking almost. This is highly familiar to the script we had on map 2. CCG, a good lead, not perhaps a comfortable, but a good lead heading into the second half, which is somewhat the favorable side, and it just ceases to exist very quickly. Still, they hold on. They have that one round advantage, but if they lose this, they'll likely be at a disadvantage. They have no money remaining after their purchases in this one. So they need this. They cannot let Lost Hills run away with this one.
Yeah, this is a do or die round. Super aggressive, taking lots of damage as they run up here through Cat, through the Molly. I'll set us up for some goodness as Corin gets a shot through the smoke there in Donut. Or was that upper, actually? Vulcan will get a pick here on A, though. And that's going to speed things up as they run out through mid.
Timing.
Oh, look at that timing. Corin, great pick. Looks to find another, but Vulcan ready for it as the bomb will come down here on A. Vulcan super low, though. Able to get some info that one's close temple. But now the 3v3 retake is on.
Yeah, Bunkind and Vulcan, both of them are really low, collectively having 12 or 13 HP, I believe. So if they can be found, there you go, first one, falls.
Vulcan
Sinestro, the
aggressive,
B
though.
player, he's found one, and Vulcan,
Oh,
although he only has 6 HP to work with, he still converts to frag somehow and ties things up. CCG now on the back foot.
not good. Not good at all. Vulcan was smart enough to, once his friend got picked off, he was smart enough to try to take that fight and push up towards that back box, and he did. Able to take those two out. Again, like I said, uh, he's pretty much doubled, now tripled his score pretty much this half. Finally getting in line with his teammates' score lines as well. But now we're on very weak buy, running through these mollies, making it very obvious we're doing so, but taking lots of space with it. So we're able to lock down this B. Corin locked down A as well. Able to get an AK. Now we might be able to do something with this, but that low HP. Able to stop the push. Maybe with that molly. Actually gets the pick. Great shot by Corin. Single-handedly winning this round for his team if they can keep it together. Now their options are pretty much cut off. They can't go A and they can't go B. Oh, maybe they can. Brashy gets a pick.
Don't have 4 more players to worry about, particularly Koran, who's managed to pull two kills out of somewhere. That all 3 players moved over towards middle. Koran gonna reposition and readjust it, but he might get picked off, and that's the AK gone. Really important frag for Lost Hills right there. Well,
Oh,
JJ just allow off as well. That's gonna allow the bomb to go down. Perhaps the AK. Actually, never mind. It can't be retrieved with the one which Koran dropped because Brashi he's looking at it. That can't be picked up. CCG. Almost nothing going their way in this round except those 2 corn frags, and after his demise, this round has pretty much been done. And they've
oh.
conceded double digits. Lost Hill secure their 10th.
Very unfortunate round for CCG. I mean, couldn't have expected to win it anyway. They were low by, but Corin really gave them hope. Gave me hope at least. uh, as you said, they secure their 10th finally. Now, hopefully, CCG can hold it together this next round. They will call a timeout. Maybe able to talk this through, talk it out. What should we do? What should if we should push anything? What space are they taking that we should deny? These talks need to be had. Going into these next buy round, this is a very, very, very important and pivotal round.
Yeah, you CCG they lose this. I'm not entirely sure what can be done afterwards. And they've, I mean, this is like they've lost 7 rounds in a row already. Not a single round win in the second half. Timeout being taken this time from Lost Hills, surprisingly, because everything has been going well for them. The rounds, even the rifle rounds, have not been too particularly close. Some of them sure have been, but it never felt like that they were completely out of their hands. Lost Hills, real good performance from them on the T side. The question is, can they keep it going, or will CCG be able to shut them down?
Yeah, and you said this was CT side. If you look at the timeline,
Well, it is.
lots of T sides are won.
That's what stats everywhere have shown, but I guess we're not following that. It didn't work on overpass, so
Yeah.
Ancient can go to hell as well.
Hey, but opening kill here from CCG. Great job peeking that cat area. This is a great play from them. They will take this mid space early. Here they use lots of util. Just re-smoked as well to keep them out for even longer. But they won't overstay their welcome. They'll back up here. Play a little smarter, play a little safer.
Gonna have
With the
to
man
really,
advantage now, of course.
yeah, gonna try to reclaim middle as Lost House move back up slowly, but it's progress. Goran anticipating a push towards his area. They might even be right, but now has backup. The flash is good, allows him to go for a peek. Floridia to help him out, as that's 3 players fallen. CCG, they did lose a player over towards Donut, but getting 2 in retaliation is gonna deny that entry on its own. The bomb headed over towards V. Sinestro gets caught off guard, and so does Brashy. And CCG, after losing 7 in a row, finally tie things up. They deny Lost Hills that 2-round lead and keep things close.
Finally, great round from CCG. They played that together well. They all peaked mid together. One peaked donut and then two peaked up top red. Um, yeah, that was just some great util or great team play that round, and ultimately secured the round for them. Now it's all tied back up. Hopefully they can get this next one and keep their dreams alive. As long as we're not playing a little too aggressive here up cat. Corin with the 2-man spray down, but Bunkin quick with the trade through the smoke on lower mid. Now it is just a 4v3. But J Casper, sort of unexpected spot here. Will get a kill, but quickly trade it out, and that'll turn it to a 3v2. But the re-aggression here from CCG in B main might be telling of some information, but also might get them in danger as the bomb is in cave. Are they aware that he could be up in this position?
They might
They
not
don't
read
check
it.
it. They walk right by it.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness. As now the T wraps around through house as well and takes this elbow space. We'll clear this B and say, hey, nobody's here. Nobody's here. Get that bomb plant. Vulcan able to plant here in the middle site. And now CCG realize once they get that notification, oh no, we are in trouble. It's now a 3v2 retake.
All of them towards Ali. Gonna possibly try to play off of trades here. They have the man advantage, so it would still work out in their favor. One first trade goes through. The second one comes in as well. Played the
Huge
trade
round.
gameplay to perfection. And CCG now one more step closer to winning out the series. And now returning the love. Chinchilla just survived with 18 HP, but the money's still good for both sides.
Yeah, that was scary. That was a very scary round. Very close.
Yeah.
3v2 retake, but as you said, the trades were perfect. And that will secure their lead so far. And that was their second CT side or CT round of the half. 2 in a row for them now. If they can keep it up into this third, again, Lost Hills has had such a dominant T side that their econ is still good even after 2 losses. So As they walk up here towards A, they'll telegraph it with some util here. Hopefully these rotates are quick. We do have a donut player as well as the CT player very quick. Chilla up here ready for the fight. We'll get the first pick. Now the smoke goes down. We'll block him off, but Molly will do some more damage. Jay Casper, all members of CCG are here, ready for the rotate, ready for the retake. But trading util damage. Corn get a shot here. Sinister traded out. JJ Chinchilla. All the trades come out. Pretty much everyone runs out here through CT and Donut. Now it's just a 1v1. JJ, does he notice that the last guy is actually on his flank? Vulcan will go down to 9 HP. Trip. We'll have to reload here, but he's got plenty of time. No, he runs straight into the crosshair of Vulcan. All the trades. Oh, happens so quickly. And the late lurk from mid.
He wasn't
just tie it up.
He wasn't completely. His gun wasn't completely prepared to take a fight. He was still going through the animation, and he couldn't shoot due to it. Oh no. CCG, what an unfortunate way to lose your 11th from a 1 versus 2 as well. At that instance, and that 2 versus 1 point, it felt like, okay, we have the series point coming up. I was preparing the dialogue in my head that I was about to say forward, but not yet. One more round before. Well, now it's guaranteed that we will have the series, the map and series point coming up next. But the question is, who is it gonna be that gets it?
I mean, look at this terrible buy from CCG. This is not good. They have an op in hand at least, but only a FAMAS and 2 MP9s, not even a single kit. So if this bomb goes down, it's pretty much match point and series point.
There's no money for CCG either. No maximum loss bonus, I believe, either. They will be at. I think this will be their third. That if they lose this round, it will be their third round lost. So or second. So not maximum loss bonus for them. It's. I mean, it's got to be problematic. It's CCG. They have to pull something magical out of this one. That op, it needs to convert big time. Find at least 2, perhaps. Or is it going to be Corrin's FAMAS that can be that shining ray of hope? J. Casper and Corrin, both of them after a good start. Corrin gets to stay alive as well. Highly impactful.
Yeah, it's a good kill. Now it's just a 4v3. They're able to stay alive and take the fights together, then that would be good, but they're still kind of spread out here. Like I said, I would like to see them play together. If they play the trades, then statistically they should be good. Now it looks like they will double up here, back elbow. As the Lost Hills look to set up here on B. Util still in hand of Vulcan. Plenty to work with. No smokes though.
Sneaking in. But finally spotted out. Smokes, keeping CCG at bay. Bomb goes down. No utility to keep them off. No kits either, so they're gonna have to be fast about and quick about this. MP9s at longer ranges might not be good, but they're not running away. Vulcan taking the fights head on, 2 HP and still surviving, breathing. At least for the time being. Sinister lines up 2, is good for 1. Trade it out though, 2 versus 2 now. Looking for a double peek. Drip holds on. 1v1. Corrin spots out the final one as well, but the pressure's on him because he needs to defuse and he can get wallbanged. So he has to take that fight and he needs to win it, but won't be able to do so. The map and series point achieved for Lost Hills.
Very unfortunate. And again, another round with almost no money. Very sad to see. Fortunately, the retake just couldn't be had with just MP9s and a FAMAS. That op getting shot down from the low HP guy on site solidifies the round for Lost Hills. And now they only have strings and rocks to deal with. I've seen an XM, one M4, barely any armor, and again, no kits. Bomb goes down here. This could be over. JJ Chinchilla in an interesting spot, though. Bunkin, if he walks out here, we'll get picked off, but Bunkin able to get taken down. JJ Chinchilla falls, and the execution is quick as they all run out here on B. The bomb will get planted, and now it's a 4v4. I think I just heard a dink. Some damage being done at least.
Thing. You lose, you're out. You win, you go OT. Gasper, good start. Floridian follows up. One player remaining, and it seems like it is going to be OT as Vulcan goes down as well. And CCG are not out, not without a fight.
They actually do it. My apologies. I think I froze up a little bit there. My game seemed to freeze. Everyone stopped moving, but we actually did it. We go into overtime. I can't believe it. Run me through it.
Well, I mean, honestly, Jay Gasper winning those two fights head on, lined up in the nice couple of frags, and the rest was pretty easy. We see all three players was swinging wide altogether. Realistically, the remaining two players had no shot at winning those fights since they were isolated out as well. But now we're heading into OT. CCG starting on the CT side as well.
Yeah, now it's a full
Again,
reset. Now we have util. Now we have guns. Now we can finally fight back. Full buys all around as we go into OT on the third and final map, the decider. Jay Casper with the first pick of first OT. A great one to start on.
look at the aggression. Number 6, I believe that's Goran. Was pushed all the way up over towards middle, but it's gonna come back or down it all the way to A, and hence go back middle. Quite a long
Just
route
gonna
for
play the
that.
numbers, yeah.
Wise play.
Ooh.
Gorgeous.
Trip getting another pick. Lunkin trying to jump over, but Trip was expecting it. Great shot by him. Now the T's also stack up here towards B. Smoke possibly gonna delay them just a little longer.
Yes. ACG have 3 players at A because they anticipate, since the op got spotted out over towards B, that the T's might not go there, but they want to challenge it. They want to throw bodies at it and eventually want and wish to come out on top. But question is, can they? With Florida playing so aggressively over towards ramp, gets the first. Now they have the ability to pinch the last 2 players on side as well. The bomb starts to go down. Shot misses. But there's more for where that came from for CCG. Still 4 players alive. Another op online on Jay Casper. No, they're looking away. They're both looking away. You cannot let that happen. Roger gets away with 2. The trade comes through, and somehow Roger wins that round. You cannot allow that to happen. The timing, the miscommunication, the slight miscommunication costs CCG the whole round.
Oh no. That was like a 5v2 or 5v3, I think. Turned into a 5v2, I believe.
A
And
2v4. And
yeah, we still lost. That was unfortunate. The spray down there on CT. Yeah, we had no util to try to cover us as we walked up. Unfortunately, just fell down. Wow. How
you
did
just
they
had
turn
2
that
players.
around?
You just had 2 players looking at the same angle. The timing of that was probably miscommunicated. They weren't clear about who was supposed to watch what, and hence Roger just got a little bit lucky there. A little bit of luck and accurate aim is all you need perhaps to win in CS sometimes. Casper, he has that aim. He gets the first. 4 versus 4. Bomb still
Just
being denied entry.
Util being dumped here on B as they try to walk out for Idiot with 1, 2 actually. Sinister with the trade, but 2 CTs here in close session here on... Oh, but Wojar actually aware of the flank there. Trying to
Okay.
trying to be aggressive through the smoke, but Corin with the spray through will get some nice damage. The flash, not so great. They're able to pretty much just stick this as long as this wall bang doesn't go through. Oh, Trip will
Oh.
actually shoot him through the wall with the op and shut that down. And that
Oh.
will be the second round of OT going towards CGG. Thank goodness.
And the first
If
should
they can
have
get
been.
another round here, yeah, that'd be huge because they haven't been winning very many CT rounds. So these CT OT rounds are very important.
Yeah, the first likely would have been theirs as well, but again, just terrible timing. Didn't exactly go their way. Hence, they reclaimed one of their own. Traded blows. But as we head into the final round of the first half of perhaps the first and hopefully the only OT, CCG looked to go out with the lead. Again, they had a really good start. That's the same story we saw on map 2. They went into the second half with an 8-4 scoreline. They got closer to finishing off the map at 12-8, but lost 4 in a row and pushed to OT. Similar story in this one. 9-3 lead, lose 7 in a row. Trade rounds back and forth to push us to an OT. And so far the story remains the same,
Ooh.
except Corin. He wants to change it. He wants it written to be in his favor. Hence, he works towards it, finds the first. Bong denied, or at least for the time being. Actually, never mind. Sinister. He's determined, and determination can get you very far, at least as far as getting the first frag and the bomb planted.
Oh,
Maybe it's as well.
Sinister. So aggressive there on elbow. Able to get 2 picks. That nade was dirty as well to clear out that smoke and peek that close angle there. As the retake comes in from CCG, they run in through elbow. Wojar takes down the first J Casper as he runs through, but Rashi able to hold off this op. Trip will actually get 1. Pushes out here in his last round. He kind of just has to go for it, but 13-14 is the score line. 2 rounds towards the side of Lost Hills. We'll get Harry here. As long as CCG is able to hold it together here on T. Get their last 2 rounds here and hopefully.
They need to win 2 more.
Yep.
Lost Hills to close out the game. CCG. They need to win 3 to close out the game, and if they lose 1, they need to win 2 to push us to another OT. Being on the back foot is not a pretty sight, especially not an OT. The pressure is all the more, and the players they must be starting to get a bit tired here as well. This match has been going on for so long. The first map was very quick. The next 2 not at all, not even close to the first one. OTs in both.
Well, JJ trying to fake out maybe some rotates here on A with his util, but maybe not going to be successful. No. As they run up here onto the B side with bomb. J Casper, great shot from him. He'll get the first pick. The bomb will go down now. Now the rotates are finally forced over here towards the B site because they didn't budge to rotate towards A. Now they run up here through elbow. Great shots by Trip. He'll get 2 actually with the spray down. 3. Oh my god, he gets a 4th. He just spraying down everybody as he runs through the site. Great round from Trip. He gets a 4K there at the end. Great job by him.
And that's a sigh of relief for CCG. Tying things up again. It's just win 1, lose 1. That's what's been happening ever since both of these teams hit 10-10. Nobody has been able to chain 2 rounds together so far. Or 3. Maybe 2, but not 3. Not at all. And whoever is able to do that in OT, that's going to be a humongous advantage for them since you only need 4 rounds and an OT to win. Sinister. Free frag. His information didn't even get relayed about his exact positioning either. So he's still spraying down over towards middle. I can hear the bullets, so he wants quite a lot of blood. Voyager
Oh.
finds two, lines them up with ease. Sure, he gets straight out, but the damage has already been done. Only 2 players remain for CCG. The backup has arrived, and they may not even be needed as Sinestro and Buncoin finished everybody off. And one more round is all that remains between Lost Hills and their victory and to the next round of losers bracket playoffs.
Again, very unfortunate round. I think we just kind of sped up a little too quickly there. Telegraphed exactly what we were doing as we walked up. Wojar able to just peek off. Peek into that left side, get 2 picks. And pretty much set us towards a downward spiral since we didn't even clear any of the cave space. So cave player was able to just come out with his operator, or his op. Let's call it an operator again.
Yeah, oh god, wrong game, buddy.
And get another pick. But yeah, now just slow still, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Lots of util being used by the CT side. It looks like we are setting up for a T side. A execute. Rotate will come off here on B. But maybe not so quick. Has now finally decided to flash and Molly. They come out here. Franchi will run out. Corin will get the first pick, but Vulcan trades here through. Gets a second as well. J. Casper will even it out. Now it's just a 3v3 as the retake is on. They're already up CT. Running up. Corin with a 2-man. Finally. Looking like it's going to be double OT. All because of Corin. Last player's position will be noted as they look to just spam through the smoke.
One player remaining. Over towards Donut. No utility to help him out. Sinister, realistically, no chance he wins this. He gets shut down by Corin. Another 4K from him. Trip initiated the 4K tradition in OTs in this map, and Corin will be the one that finishes it off to push us to the second OT. Did the writers just copy paste the script from the second map and just changed it a little bit at the first half where okay sure we'll give CCG one more round.
Jeez. Yeah, this is looking closer and closer as now we go into the second overtime. Tied up once again. This time, CCG starting on the T side. If they can keep their momentum from last half, I think it will definitely help them here. Looks like they're already pushed up here on CAD. The spray is good.
God.
Sinister will get one, but the trades out here on B side will shut them down, and now it's just a 2v4. Oh, Floridia even things out a little bit. Now it's a 3-2 as they look to run through mid. They just want to run through mid, run through Donut, try to get to A as fast as possible. But, well, they know that Vulcan's already here with the will shut down Corin as he runs in through Donut. Now, as he gets the bomb, plants it. Oh, doesn't plant it just quite yet. Floridiate will walk up here. His Vulcan is sitting in the corner. And unfortunately, the first round of second OT will go towards the side of Lost Hills.
I mean, this is starting to get a little bit funny as well, but not for these players though. The pressure, it's continuing to mount. The deeper and deeper you get into the game, into the series, the closer you are to the next round as well. You can taste it and be so close to achieving getting into the next round at the very least. And then losing, it's gotta be heartbreaking. So both of these teams doing everything, fighting with everything that they have remaining in them to, to achieve victory here.
Oh, man.
One-on-one trade to kick things off. Brashy now cornered. Couldn't get anything, couldn't get away. Floridian finishes him, Drip finishes him off, leaving only TCTs behind.
He'll secure 2 kills for his team. Now, they just have to play their cards right. As long as they push together, and use the remaining util effectively. They should be able to take this B site with relative ease as they are playing a little bit back here towards elbow and the CT. First smoke will go up. Those are the flashes. Now they're able to take this space. Floridiate with a great shot on the op. Oh, Wojar in the corner. We'll be able to get two. Deny the plant for just a little longer, but now the 1v2 looks doable as Vulcan walks up with his pistol, looking to cancel this plant, but Trip there to back his teammate up. Will bring the scoreline back to 16-16.
The trades continue. The round trades continue. I wonder how long that will go on. So at this rate, practically any team who wins 2 rounds in a row should, or 3 rounds actually in a row, not two, will win out this game.
Yeah.
CCG now again on the T side, the final round of it. We're looking to end out on a good note, but the start of the final round is not on a good note. As Corrin gets burned alive by Brashi.
Oh man, sister. Got lots of util damage here. And they'll make note. Maybe they'll try to push this, try to get some. Oh yeah, they're gonna try to hunt this guy out. Finally, Trip will find him through the smoke. That is a great first couple kills, but Wojar will get a cheeky little pick.
Yeah,
Just peeking out of cave there, yeah.
immaculate timing for him. And this man has been playing off of timing so well across the whole game. If you remember
That's for
that
sure.
round, that 2 versus 4 one, he played that one entirely off of timing. Does that again
Cool.
this time around, and but not gonna work. Trip cuts him out. 2 versus 3. CCG with the advantage. Chinchilla
They run
on the
up
bomb
here.
plant.
Oh, finally we'll get that bomb plant. Both CCG teammates are stacked up here on elbow, operator in hand as well, but the resmoke will come down on CT as well as O'Malley to push them back. Flash to try to grab some space here. Run through the smoke to try to do it, but don't know if this will do much. Especially trying to push, trying to retake with 2 ops. Very dangerous. JJ Chinchilla finally shut them down. That will secure them 2 rounds in a row. As you said, surely the first team to get 2 rounds in a row will win, right?
Could be the case,
Please.
but CCG still need
Please.
2 more.
Yeah, they
Two
just got to
more
close it
rounds.
out. Just 2 more.
Amongst the next 3, though, so it could still realistically go either way. 3 rounds is not a lot, generally speaking, but in this context, the value of those 3 rounds, of those next 3 rounds, it's gonna be absolutely massive. CCG now on the CT side. Haven't had a lot of success in regulation on the side, but we're able to do just enough damage to keep the game in OT. They're looking to change things. Trip, Chinchilla, great start.
Playing
Isolate the
closer
remaining
range with
3.
that op. Completely cancels this push. Trip with that close range op, like I said, just absolutely fantastic job. He was not playing back box. He was playing close angle. Just pretty much shotgun opping at that point. Free smoke will come out, still delay them a little bit, but the bomb is rotated towards the B side. Again, we're just kind of playing B retake. Playing off, playing CT, playing elbow. Also playing that passive angle there on Red Room. But bomb will come out here towards B. The fake will keep
They're
some
burning.
players here towards A. Get some damage there with the Deagle. But Vulcan actually gets a pick there towards B. So that bomb will get planted. And now it's a 3v2. This is not a good round for them to lose.
One defuse kit, surprisingly, for CCG here. It's alive. 1v3. And Trip finds the final one. CCG get their 18th. One more round. All they need. Just
Yeah,
one
they have a
more.
lot of money. Why don't they have kits?
I'm not
That's a
entirely
good
well.
point.
It is actually the first round of the half. So, and I believe they went. They could go for a double op setup as well in the later round, so that would exhaust quite a lot of money. And M4s are more expensive than an AK. So
I think generally people are just forgetting to buy kits more often. Like with the new buy menu. You know what I mean?
could be the case,
Are people
but
forgetting to buy kits more often? I feel like they are.
I doubt it. I mean, it could be because they're exhausted, but at this point, everybody must have gotten with how much these guys play. They must have gotten used to the new buy menu as well.
Right.
Vojar again plays off of a timing and through the smoke, fades it away
Look at
just
this
for a few
aggression.
seconds.
Woo. Oh, but Brashy able to get one running through cave. Oh, the aggression does not work out in their favor as they all fall down on the B side. Not good for CCG. They were pretty much audible running all the way up. And Sinister will close out the round there. And all 5 players for Lost Hills are standing in that round. That was not played very well.
At all. CCG still one more round, one round win. That's the series win. They continue their journey in playoffs. One round loss. We have another OT.
As long as they play smart, try to play the man advantage, they should be good, but super aggressive already from the T's. Taking that B ramp space, but look at that op from Trip. He plays these close angles with that op, and it's very impressive to see.
Ooh,
Chinchilla get some damage there on top mid. But like I said, now that they have man advantage, they really just need to play safe. They really need to play safe, and as long as they can guarantee this round, should be good.
should be and will be are different things, my friend. But Trip
Woo!
making that will come
Looking
true.
for
Bomb
bomb
drop.
too.
TCG looking
He's
strong.
playing even closer with that op.
Yeah. Hey, it worked out. Both kills are of Trips so far. Looking for his third. The bomb literally in his crosshair. Brashi gonna force him back. We're actually ahead, Drip. He wants a taste of this.
Oh,
And he gets it
Brash.
by Brashi through the wall.
He hears them. He hears them getting burned, walking straight forward, and just shoots them through the wall. But
No.
Sinister with another great pick. They're running up. They find these openings up mid, but do they know that one is cave? Yes, they do. They throw the molly just to make sure. Pumpkin. Oh, look at that. They peek. They're so aware, but Floridia able to get him out. Util. Nate is going to do some more damage. The 2v3 now, as long as they play smart, but Brashy able to run in. Get that cave pick, finally. Big Casper running up. Will get the pick on CT. Playing a little too aggressive. Sinister not able to be traded
Fine
here.
spotted.
Brashy now runs up. Util in hand. Corin falls. Brashy able to clutch it out. Bringing it into a third overtime. In a
What?
1v3, he gets a 4K. No. What a monster.
He has been having a slow game compared to the last one so far. Brashi with a negative KD still. But hey, if that round, if Lost Hills win, boy, is Brashi gonna be a key component of it, especially after that one. Oh, what a that! It's just honestly crazy that he was able to clutch that out. The both of those fights should have not gone his way.
What?
Jay Casper, good start. Vulcan already fallen. And good
Yeah, third
weekend as well.
overtime. Good first start to this third overtime. We'll get this first pick, but as bomb runs out, Sinister will run with it. Gets the first or the pick for his side, but Floridia with another in the trade. J Casper quickly with the rotate gets one as well, but
Oh,
and he's
pure.
denying them the bomb as well. 3 for J Casper this round. Keeping it together for his team. He'll do some more damage on Wojir as well, and Trip will close it out. Getting the first round of third overtime. Here we go. Another round of overtime. I can't believe it.
I mean, it's 1 a.m. by the way right now in Eastern time. Some of these players must be really getting exhausted. And Welkin, well, he's already done. I guess. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, he will be rejoining soon. Hopefully, hence the match. Pause has been called in. Should be back soon, and as soon as he has, I'll get this game underway. We have been live, I believe, for almost three, no, almost 4 hours now. We're getting closer to the 4 hour mark. We're 3 hours and 30 minutes underway.
Yep. And Vulcan reconnects here, so should be
Game
underway
started.
here soon into the next round. Again, we are in overtime, so everybody should have buys. Everyone should have fair rounds. As long as CCG doesn't lose too many, because I've had some overtime rounds where as a CT I can't buy on the third.
Yeah, that's
uh
why they were saving those diffuse kits
yeah.
in the very first one. Not this time around though. All 5 diffuse kits across the board.
Very aggressive. Ojar just running in through B. Does not care. All that util. Able to pretty much guarantee the space and guarantee the kill. And now the bomb will be planted here as they have the man advantage. Nades will come out to try to get some kicks through the smokes. Jake Casper will confirm one. Watch out for this cave lurk. JJ Chinchilla running through. Brashy will get the trade. Now it's down to a 3v3. Still a fair fight. All these flashes will guarantee the space, but Vulcan shutting down the player running up through the site. And that will be the second round going towards the way of Lost Hills.
I'm not even surprised anymore. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
No.
Honestly, given how the trajectory of all of these ODs have been, you win a round, you lose a round, you win a round, you lose a round, you win 2, you lose 2. That's just how it has been. Perhaps the curse only gets broken when you win 3.
Yeah, again. Third overtime here. Going to the last round of this overtime half. Great damage already from CCG with those. Oh, great boost too. Trip able to get one with that. And the blind from Jay Casper as well. Able to get one from Cat, but the bomb is rushing into the B site as the util comes out to guarantee. And hopefully they should be able to get this bomb down and put. But actually they won't. They'll tap it. Some more trades come out. Now it's just a 4v2. They take the fight to them, the front of the site. Vulcan catches him. For idiot gets one as well. But also down just a 1v3 through the wall. Jake Asper gets him down to just a couple bullets, and they'll finish him off with the USP. That'll finally grab him 2 rounds here for the CT side. Hopefully on T side, we just need 2 more, and we can close this out. We just need to play it smart and together.
Yeah, this game has really gone to its limits already, and we just have to see how much further can it be pushed. Generally, a regular CS game is not Go, but CS2 game has 24 rounds in regulation at best. Currently, we are underway with our 40th round, nearly double.
Yeah.
That's how close these matches have been.
Man, that was some great util right there. Nading that jump up right there. That's lots of damage to Sinister as he was trying to get that mid presence, that mid space, trying to get a pick up there on Cat. But slow down here as they get smoked off here in B main as well. Still just a 5v5, but We sit back. Bomb is towards the B side. Don't know if we're planning on executing or don't have much space anywhere else on the map.
And a real slow round from both of these teams. Generally, we've seen CTs get aggressive as well, but not the case. That's gotta change soon, though, as the utility is being lined up now. Smokes dropped over so they can get sent in, and hence behind it, the soldiers of CCG. No retaliation coming in as the utility on the CT side has already been dispensed. A one-on-one trade to kick things off. Sinister holding down Cave. Will be able to finish Floridied off, and that's going to allow the gap to come in. Vulcan gets the planter. A 2 versus 4 to hold on in the post plant for CCG.
Oh, Jake asked for Niall to pick it up with the op. Fortunately, he falls, and that diffuse is being sticked, and that will confirm the 20th round now for Lost Hills, and that'll bring it up to a tie. Now both teams only need 2 more rounds, or will they take it into a 4th overtime? We shall see.
Script remains consistent. At least that's something. But CCG, I mean, I'm not entirely sure who is the team that does something wrong and does something right in every one of these rounds, because one round we see CCG win with the 3 or 4 players arrive. The next time round it's Lost Hills. Are these constant readjustments being read perfectly in the in one round and then countered perfectly the other, or what exactly is it that's keeping both of these teams from winning 2 rounds is the real question. And as soon as they can figure it out, that's where a team will flourish. Korin, he's chained 3 kills together though for his team, giving them a massive advantage to work with. The plant goes down as well. Chinchilla still stationed aggressively. The bomb grenade gonna give him a little bit more room to work with as he looks to get aggressive, tucked into a corner and within the smoke. Casper spots a player out, but then Skidemy Watcher, and that actually deals a little bit of damage onto Bunkind. Or first line of defense in the plant, but suddenly it's Big Casper in 1 versus 1. He has an HE grenade, relying on the fact that this might just be a fake, and it is. Bunkind deals a little bit of damage and he needs to defuse. Does have it get. And Casper, they're just in time. CCG win their 21st.
Thank goodness. A round that shouldn't have been close got very close. I think that was another 3v3 with the bomb down or something like that. And then Bunkin gotten 2 picks. And then was running down the final there, and Donut got very scary, very close. Ended up in a 1v1, but finally able to close it out. Makes it only 1 more round to see if we go into a 4th overtime, or does CCG finally close this out. They played smart, they played slow last round. If they can do that again, I think this should be a W. As now they're at series point.
For the 3rd time. No, for the 2nd time, actually. In regulation, it was Lost Hills who were on series point. CCJ. But Chinchilla making it look promising. At least the start of perhaps the end. Trap. Gonna go against Sinister. Loses it. Florid wants the trade.
Yeah, and
Loud
he will
about
get
it.
it.
Get it.
Oh, it's just 4v3. Now Wojar tells his teammates sit back. JJ Chinchilla able to confirm one as he's sitting here back in CT. As now the teammates rotate in. The bomb will get planted here on A. It's now just a 4v2, but at CCG fashion, they throw 1 teammate at least. But damage will be good with these nades. And finally, it's a 1v3. And I think CCG has finally closed this out. 22 is finally what they'll get. As Floridian gets the last fight, gets the last kill, and they will finally confirm the 2-1 series, and
Oh,
they actually
goodness.
won. I can't believe it. How did they come back after the what was the score of the first map? 13-2. They lost.
13-3. Losing 13-3 in the
13-3.
first one. Getting pushed to OT after having a significant lead in the second one as well, and same is the case for the third one. The third one was a lot more significant. They lost 7 rounds in a row and managed to push back and send us to OT. And after 3 full overtimes, literally full overtimes, it went to the last round of the overtime limit as well of the third one. CCG finally come out on top and they're still surviving in the playoffs. So the last 2 games, a little too close to call, a little too close for comfort as well, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, what a great series to watch. It started off with an absolute stomping ground, like I said, with Lost Hills destroying on Vertigo. Very close game on Overpass. Went into 2 overtimes, I believe. And then again, a super close match on Ancient. Just some really enjoyable matches to watch, some really enjoyable matches to cast overall. I think CCG did a great fine job keeping it together. They finally were able to pull it through and yeah, win the series. And now they'll continue on into the losers bracket if I am correct.
Yeah, but it is 1 a.m. Eastern. Generally, we do have an interview after the games, but we aren't sure if the players want to because, of course, these games have been equivalent of pretty much a best of five, given that we went to 5 overtimes collectively. So we will be taking a short break. We will get confirmation if we have an interview, and if we do, we will be back. Actually, we do have an interview, so we will take a short break and we will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CCG Esports channel. We've had one banger of a game, and we have the captain joining us to talk about it. Floridiot. 5 OTs collectively, 3 series in the losers bracket. That must have been an adventure.
Ah, Jesus. Everybody's looking for the CS:GO days or something. I don't know. We weren't happy with how many rounds were in CS2. I guess so we just started making our own.
Yeah, MR13 doesn't do it for you. MR Pro doesn't do it for you guys. But again, I'm actually let's just get started with the interview. It's pretty late for everybody. So again, my first question is going to be about the wrongdoings. What was it that went so wrong for Overpass? Because the last time you played Overpass in your last series, sure you had Feral. There were communication gaps with Corn being
Mhm.
absent as well. But today Corn was here as well, and it seemed like your collective team play was on par as well. There was anybody particularly standing out in terms of individual prowess. You all were doing your job pretty fine, but still the game went to double OT.
Yeah, we had a really starting tree side. I honestly, looking back, I wish we would have started on T side on Vertigo. Maybe that doesn't end so quick if that's the case. But we were just having some CT issues throughout the whole series, kind of identifying how to react to their playstyle. So even with that really strong start on T side we had, especially after the buyback round we won after Pistol. I think we were up what 8-4, and then we lost CT Pistol.
Yeah.
uh, the doubts were coming, you know what I mean? But we caught a couple pauses there, and I was like, look, guys, I mean, we just aren't adapting correctly. They're kind of just running around with five. Like, we need to figure out how like we have to approach this. And I gave the team a couple options. We together a couple rounds. We started stacking some sites to kind of avoid their stuff and just making sure that we're attacking them with numbers. And we just started trading out well. Couple dicey end of rounds there. Couple grief clutches. You know what I mean? Sick 1v1 from Trip from that 4v4 in Fountain. That was insane. And obviously, luckily, we pulled it back. We finally got our fair share. We finally got those rounds that were due. Just because we had lost so many of them, so we were able to close it out.
Well, again,
Oof.
it was a close game, and to be very honest, a few dicey rounds might just be an understatement. There were quite a few of them that went to one versus ones, which my chair actually the armrest of my chair is actually broken now, courtesy of today's matchup.
Oh
But
no.
yeah, it's okay. It's not completely out. I can still rest my hand on it, but what I want to ask you is what are the main things that you want to improve upon heading into the next one, because you cannot have constantly keep games this close, especially when you're in the losers bracket, when you can just lose one round in the OTs and be completely
Yeah.
out of the game as well. What are the main improvements that you have to make in the next couple of days?
Our CT sides have been pretty rough. This first BO3 stand on business, CT sides were locked in. I think we started CT side both those games, and we really had no issues. But last two BO3s, they just really been falling short. Blamed a little bit on just the feral effect for Corn. Comms were going to be obviously a little vacant, and Corn's a big player, especially on our CT sides.
Yeah.
So we really need to look to freshen those up and get those ready for the next BO3, and then making sure we're keeping our heads and not losing so many of these close rounds. And pistols, yes. I was fine losing. We lost the first 4 pistols on Thursday, I think, or yeah, on Thursday. I feel like we lost over half today as well. Pistol rounds and CT sides, and it should be a lot closer and quicker even getting out. Whew.
Yeah, certainly. But again, the losers bracket, it's a losers bracket match. The pressure is all on you. But one final question I'm gonna ask is, do you think the result of the winners bracket match could have been different had Corrin been playing? Because again, the both of the maps that you did lose, they went to OT as well. It was still a close game. It went to all three limits. And Feral, honestly, I was quite impressed how Feral was finding so many first kills in a lot of these rounds for your team. So he did his part, but again, when you don't have your key player, such as Corn as well, with him being a very star rifler for your team, especially on the CD sides, just as you mentioned, do you think the result would have been different?
Oh, for sure. Farrell's probably the best sub in advance on paper.
Yeah.
He's got the most history. I've played with him, not in a while, but I played with him multiple seasons back when I started. Um, but just losing a player like Corn just kind of can affect the whole play style of the team. And like we can kind of brute force these rounds, and Farrell can help brute force some of these rounds to get into these games. But like if we don't have enough of a lead and enough of a gap, and don't keep the other team out of it, when we have a sub, it's much harder to get over the hedge there without Corn. We're missing the X factor that we're normally used to. We were lacking a lot of X factor on Thursday. I stepped aside Trip because it seemed like he was a little silent on overpass, which is something that doesn't typically happen in scrims. And just because we didn't really have another X factor to back on, which is kind of why that didn't end up so well. But obviously, we had that X factor tonight, and that's why we're closing out these rounds and closing out these overtimes. Sucks that I got there, but
Yeah,
obviously,
close
it sucks
one.
that I got here. I wish I would have been out of here an hour ago, but it's fine. A win's a
Yeah,
win.
yeah, it was practically a best of five.
Yeah, that was an awesome
we're
game.
we're, we're, we're practicing for lower bracket finals or for the super finals. Yeah, we got to get our BO5 track in now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was a great series to watch. I think you guys had really strong maps, especially the last two. Ultimately, I just want to kind of understand what exactly you think went wrong on the very first map. Yeah, just I mean, that was pretty much a landslide map. It was a pretty hard
Yeah.
loss. I kind of want to understand what exactly was going on.
We came into this pretty confident they're going to pick Vert. Especially since we permaban their other best map in Mirage. We
Mhm.
came in with a game plan though, but it worked like for a round or two. But the general CT issues that we were having over the whole series was just kind of accentuated a lot in that first map for sure. Our comms also
Mhm.
died out really quick when we were down like 5-0. I think we lost like a 4v2 early, and we were also dealing with some internet issues. I don't know if you guys saw me lag when I was flanking B steps in the 2v2 when I just full whiff on the white guy because I just was in the wall on my screen. So close rounds because of that, and it's griefing some rounds here and there is going to be a little bit demotivating. But obviously, we brought it back. Also, we're a little low on prac right now. Corn got his wisdom teeth out on Wednesday, which is obviously why we didn't have him on Thursday. And Trip has spent this whole week in Orlando. Props to Penny CS, a UCF buddy of mine, for housing him. He's been playing at a alien setup the past two BO3s, and so obviously it takes a lot out of him for it to be able to do that and still come with the same amount of impact as he's had the past two BO3s. So
Yeah,
but
Nice.
got comfy after that first map, woke up a little bit, got everybody moving, so
Yeah,
refocused
you
up.
guys definitely got together for the last two. Super awesome to watch you guys play. Though it was really good.
Yep. Thanks for having me. Sorry about a little caffeinated. So
No worries. I mean, hey, when you play when you
the
play
heart's
five
beating.
OTs, you should be.
Yeah, the heart's
You
beating.
shouldn't be tired out. Yeah, but anyhow, that was it for the interview. Again, Florian, thank you for joining us. It's always fun talking to you, and given how much we talk, you should practically just join us on the desk at this point. But anyhow, we will have him perhaps joining us on Monday if CCG wins again, and hopefully they do on in their next losers bracket match, which is going to be up against G3. So make sure you tune in for that. But until then, this is it from my side. Floridia, thank you again for joining us, and thank you, Jeff, for being on the broadcast with us today. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sayonara.